The opportunity to hunt a wild place like this just was really, it really intrigued me. So I've hunted South Africa for many, many years. I've kind of lost count how many times I've been. And I have a group of gents that some of them I went to college with, I hunted with. And this had to be the easiest group in the world to put together. I just said, hey, I'm going to Mozambique in August of 2025. Is anybody interested? And we literally, everybody was in, no questions asked. And so you blink and all of a sudden it's time to go.
The remoteness of the Niassa Reserve is probably our biggest draw card, I think. Certainly species diversity is a big one, big four all in one place. Obviously we don't hunt elephant here, but just the sheer vastness of the area. Whatever you can see is basically all part of our concession. Is whatever you can see from in any which direction is all within our area. So we believe in terms of savanna areas, it's probably one of the most remote areas left in Africa today. So it's special.
Oscar. You're gonna get used to this camera. So folks, after our flight into camp, we woke up this morning to this beautiful view from camp. Look at these giant mountains, absolutely amazing. Come and have a look here, all the hunting vehicles. Very smart, very smart. Here's the big boss man here. Boss man!
Hey, hello Andy. Morning, you laugh. Are you ready with the tractor?
Yeah, I'm ready now.
Bom dia. Morning, Walter.
As you can see, one vehicle has already departed, and hopefully we are next. Folks, it's the morning of day one, and we have Bill with us. We won't tell you his surname because we don't want you stalking him. But we're off to Buffalo today, aren't we, Bill?
Yes, we are. We're going to see if we can scare some up. And looks like a beautiful day. We got clear skies, a little bit of a crisp morning, but I suspect it'll heat up.
Are you excited?
Very excited. First time in Mozambique. First time really hunting outside of South Africa. So this is a new experience. Can't wait to see what we find.
Yes, sir. I'm also excited because, folks, this block R4 here in Mozambique, the Niassa Reserve, is known as one of the best buffalo hunting areas in Africa, and I'm excited because I like buffalo hunting. And the other thing is, if you turn around and have a look at these amazing mountains we have in this area, it's really beautiful, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, it's really unexpectedly beautiful. The rest of the land is relatively flat, but you've got these granite domes that just pop out of the floor of the area, and it's stunning. If you're a rock climber, this would be a great place for you.
Yes, but we're not rock climbing. Ooh, look, here's another rock. Look in this in front of us.
Morning sun on it.
Domingo, how are you?
Fine.
What are you? What is your job?
I'm going to hunting now.
I'm going to hunting now. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, guys.
Hello, how are you?
Fine. What's your name?
Milton.
Melton.
Yeah.
All right, Melton. Nice to. And you?
Mohamed.
Matt, yo.
Mohamed.
Mohamed.
Yeah.
And you are a tracker.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you. And you?
I'm a driver.
You are a
I can
driver.
assist also in the skinning.
In the skinning.
Yeah.
Good. We hopefully will be using
Yeah.
these gentlemen a
Hopefully
lot.
we'll be keeping Milton busy.
Yes, Milton, sharpen your knife, buddy. We're getting busy.
So you see how that yellow line shows where the spine dips going into the neck. A lot of the times when you're in the bush, you see that.
Right.
The grass, and we're talking about long grass, that grass covers the brisket in the bottom half, and then people tend to shoot halfway up what you see.
Yeah, and I end up up here.
That puts you into no man's land. So you just got to be really careful. We'll talk you through that if we see the grass is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Again, frontal shots. People will say, you know, in the heat of the moment, they'll say, no, but I shot him, he was dead center. He's not quite dead center. You see, he's slightly quartering.
Yeah.
Just remember angles, obviously quartering one way, you're going to compensate the other side.
So would you actually, in fact, go a little bit left of that cross?
I would, yes.
Yeah.
And this one, yeah, because
On that one, yeah. Obviously, these are lying down shots like that are high risk.
Mm-hmm.
Just obviously all
You
the
wouldn't call a
vitals.
shot like that, right?
Not unless you're really close and you have a very clear shot of the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a low percentage shot. We can forget that one unless he's running at
I
you.
noticed the ones with the triangles up. Caution and stop.
That's a great problem to have, because if you're looking at a buffalo that's got a spread like that that's covering the vitals, I mean, he's going to be damn near 50 inches. But yes, you got to just watch out for
Gotta wait for him to move his head.
a shot.
That's only one cross.
Problem, no problem.
Yeah.
Problem.
Like that. Obviously, a lot of the time, if he's not alert to you,
Yeah.
he's going to sit with his nose down like that, and that
He's
right at the
covering
tip of the
that.
nose is where that V would be that you'd want to put the bullet into. So, he's a young boy. But yeah,
All right.
I guess the key is not rushing the shot. And if you've got any questions, ask. We just whisper, and
Fair enough.
we'll look at the shooting sticks now. We just want to get everyone else out, and then we'll leave last.
There's one.
There's one, okay.
This is a Heim 88B. I was lucky enough to buy it from a gentleman who bought it and shot it 7 times. So we got to break it in South Africa last month on some kudu and roan and some other things, and so we'll plan on putting it to work. I'm blind anyways, so this is a Trigicon RMR red dot. So in theory, put the dot up and see if we can send it where the dot is.
Let's go one side while he's shooting, and we'll just go through a few little drills on this. Let's assume that that white target is the animal now. If you need it higher, I just push it up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah, that's good.
What we'll do is, there's not many perks to being tall, but one of them is I will line you up, and then I will put you on him.
Yeah.
And if it's multiple buffalo, I will look down your barrel like that and just sort of guide you, and I'll talk you through which one it is.
Right.
Okay, I can get it right on the horizontal plane. I can't get it right on the vertical plane.
Okay.
Okay, so sometimes if he's in thick brush, I will get you lined up down the line of your barrel. You just got to go slightly up, slightly down, looking through your scope to try and pick him up.
To get that height right. Yeah.
Well, just to be able to locate him,
Yeah.
because most of the times they're not going to be in the complete open.
Yeah.
You'll be in a little bit of brush, or he might be in really thick brush. And then once we've got him on,
Yeah.
Andy will look down your left-hand barrel, or your left-hand side, and I will be behind you and to your right.
Okay.
Just so he's got a clear view down your barrel there, okay?
And then you...
Shoot, reload, and shoot again. Jeez, a little bit jumpy this morning. Fuck's sakes, man.
I'm good right here.
Is that good, huh? Okay, same again, like with Bill, I will sort of guide you. Okay, two pipes a little bit more different, but there we go. I'll just make sure you're on the right line.
What you got, you sir?
Yep, so it's a Blouser 375. Bob and I are both left-handed, and we're going to be working on his guns this trip.
Awesome. And bullets?
The best in the business, Hornady.
Yeah.
No. What are they? Do you know?
Hornady, right?
No,
I don't know what they are.
Swift.
no. So,
Swift.
Ask Bob over there what he's got.
They're Swift A-frames.
Okay.
What's that?
Swift A-frame.
Smith A-frame.
Swift A-frames. Best.
no. A little high and a little right. Let's send another one down there, please, Bill. Yeah, that's near enough.
These are some Swift we had loaded.
When you're ready.
Bill, if you shoot this rifle, the
Bill?
front-
Bill?
if you shoot this rifle, it is a true left-handed rifle.
Yeah.
So front trigger is your left barrel,
Yep, back trigger,
Back trigger's
right.
your-
Okay, left, right. Yep.
is your right. So on the first shot, we've got a soft, and then on the second shot, we've got a solid.
Yeah. Okay. Soft.
And I'm going to shoot too.
Yep, when you're ready.
That looks like I'm just a little to the...
Fuck's sakes, they're only touching.
Are they?
Oh, that's perfect, Bill. Oh, Bob, there's nothing wrong with that.
I say let's go hunt.
Let's go hunting. Let's go hunting. So Milton is my driver, slash handyman, slash skinner, slash is a little bit, everybody's a little bit of a jack of all trades. He's from Zimbabwe, he's been with me many years. Domingo's our head tracker. He's from our southern area. He's been with us for 20 years.
Oh.
Very good guy. So he's the main man. And then Mehmed, he's our second tracker. He's the local knowledge, and he's been with us since we started here 4 years. So
Awesome.
this is the team.
Yeah.
And then you've
This
got
is the A-team.
then you've got a substandard pH.
It's substandard. Big guy. Right. Nice to meet you, Domingo.
Right.
All right. What's
Milton. Pleasure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here, we'll do it right here.
Okay. Hornadies are shit. Really, really shit for our bigger calibers like that. They're not bad. But you, on 375s and 300s.
So beautiful, you gotta take a picture.
Domingo, are you the cameraman?
I'm heavy cameraman.
Bob, let's have a look at this. Can Bob jump out? Shooting sticks. It's 375. Grab the 375. Bob, one on the left, shoot him on the shoulder. Good shot on the shoulder. Just reload. He's on the right now, behind the trees. When he comes out, shoot him again. That'll do it. Just watch him. It's going to go down.
Thank you.
Okay. Well done, Mr. Wallace.
Little run up the hill.
Pode passar com carro. Let's take a walk up there and we'll see how wet it is in the middle, whether we can drive the vehicle up. Just go up and over.
This is a Livingston?
Liechtenstein hartebeest. But that's what's impressive, is that.
Grant, this is quite an impressive hartebeest, isn't it? Particularly good bull.
Yeah, he was one of two bachelor bulls and he had a nice splay to his horns. So, yeah, he's got nice long tips and he'll measure very well. But he's an old bull too, so bachelor bull, so the right one to take. So this is the Liechtenstein hartebeest. There's many, many different hartebeests that make up this family group. But they are predominantly central and northern Mozambique, into Tanzania, certain areas in Zambia. They love grassland areas. They long, thin snouts. They're very selective grazers, so you often find them in these burnt areas like we're in now, where we've burnt and you get a new green flush of grass. And incredible animal. Not the prettiest of animals. Some say it's got a face that only a mother could love. But incredibly fast animal, tough animal to hunt, very wary. And yeah, we're fortunate to have a lot of them here, so good start.
So folks, it's the first morning of the hunt here in R4 in the Niassa Reserve. It's been a long time coming. I've been very excited to get here. This area is absolutely amazing. Its reputation precedes itself as one of the best buffalo hunting areas in Africa. And Grant, good luck on the first morning here.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, we look forward to a good 7 days of chasing buffalo and a couple of plains game species. Got off to a great start. Bob shot a lovely Liechtenstein hartebeest this morning. So, yeah, a lot of buffalo sign around. We're going to load this up and go and look for buffalo.
Awesome. Well, let's get busy. Let's load them up and get back at it.
100%. Well done, Bob.
What's this glass?
So what we do here is we burn elephant dung, dry elephant dung in the back. Because when you're driving down the roads, the tsetse flies sit in the slipstream in the back of the vehicle, and every time you go through a dip, they come and land on the vehicle and they bite the crap out of us. So this is just a deterrent to disperse them, and it really does work. And the road we're on, the tsetse flies are hungry, so and that's Milton's job.
Thank you, Milton.
You are welcome.
What up in a bit?
Tsetse fly, use your technique. Slap, roll,
pinch. It's my 6th one today. That's the Texas pronunciation. Mashambanzou. Yeah,
For lunch
Dylan
we're
asked
having-
me at the airport, "You hunting with Mashambanzou?" I said, "No, I'm hunting with Mashambanzou." He looked at me like a freaking idiot.
What did you have for lunch? Burritos and chimichangas.
Be careful, there's zebra over there. If they bolt, the saber will run. There's quite a few of them. It's too far, I can't see, but there's quite a few. Come in a line, make one person, make all of these people look like one. There's a good bull on the left, laying down. Okay, come on. Do you see the one we're talking about? The black one. Second from the left. Second from the left. He's looking straight at us. Yeah. We're not going to get closer than this. He's going to be close to 200. So behind me. Let's get on the sticks. I can't see where he is. I can't see where he is. He's got his head down feeding. He's number 4 from the left. How do you feel with that shot? I'm going to push you to 10 power. Okay. Tell me how you feel. Are you steady? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to just take this grass away. Just wait, he's at a funny angle. So you're going to aim just 6 to 8 inches below the spine, okay? Just to compensate for height. Bill? Are you comfortable? Just hold on. Wait, he's close to another cow. You can't shoot now. There's others in front of him. Just relax. Just wait. Just wait. Okay, watch him. Okay. No stress at all, huh?
Yeah.
Let's leave them. When they get into the trees like that, it's going to be a problem. It was a nice bull. I just couldn't see his bases.
Yeah.
It would have been worth. See, and I can't have stick in a shupa. It's a long poke. Eh?
Yeah.
Longer than we'd like. But
Yeah.
Like when you get this nice green flush coming out, you've got sable and zebra and hartebeest and all sorts of other be knocking around. Do you want to crank it down back to 6 power, Bill? Just so it's not on 10 now, because 10 is going to be too high.
That was exciting. Get out of the Jeep, do a little stalk. Just too many of them. Covered them up at the last second, right when I was going to pull the trigger. Beautiful animals, though. There'll be more. Looking forward to it. Yeah, beautiful backdrop of that rock.
We've just bumped 2 buffalo bulls. We've had a bit of a quiet morning, so we're going to try and see if we can get on them before the sun goes down. When we bumped them and they've run back again. But they might go across the river to the other side. Yeah, it'll be pretty thick. That's a big one, eh? It's the back track, that's the front track. It's a big, big track. Just walk slowly, slowly. Try and stand in my footsteps. Bob will stand in your footsteps just to minimize noise. Get on the sticks. Can you see him? He's dropped his head. Mind. Just wait. He's looking a little bit towards us. He's slightly quartering. Let him move his head and then you can shoot him on the shoulder, okay?
He's got to move his head, right?
Yes, he's got to move his head.
Okay.
Remember, try and shoot a little bit low, okay?
Okay, right.
Yes. Just wait for him to turn away. Take it off safety. Okay, wait. Wait. Just relax. Okay. There's nothing we can do now. Just hold on. Let's see if he comes back into that little clearing, but just wait for now. Just be mind that one on the left. We want the one on the right for now, okay? The one that you're on. That's a lovely bull. Are you comfortable, Bill? Bill, are you comfortable? Yeah. Okay. Just, I can't. No. Absolutely no shot at the moment.
I'm on this right here.
Okay. Next move is his. We just gotta wait it out.
There's two, right?
Yes, there is. The other one is way to the left, 5 meters to the left of him. But don't worry about him for now. Bob, can you see a line from there? Have you got it? Right. Yeah, there's quite a lot of debris though. Just get ready. Just get ready if he moves, okay? Bill, get ready if he moves, okay? Okay, just wait. If he steps into that clearing on the right, smoke him, okay?
Okay.
Just mind the other one. I can't see the other one now. The other one is in. The other one is moving and he's behind our one, okay?
That one is behind.
Yes, just be careful.
Okay. Ah, shit. Now they're doubled up.
Don't worry, your bullet won't go through.
Okay.
Shit, that's a wide buffalo at the back, eh? They're both very wide. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Try to let them be quiet.
Yes, that's the plan. Watch that one at the back if he clears.
What?
You see the one at the back?
Yeah.
If he takes one more step forward, you can shoot him on the shoulder.
Okay.
But mind the head of the one in the front.
Yeah. It's on the shoulder. Is his head down?
Yes, but the other one's head is in the way.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can shoot him on the shoulder, that one.
Now?
Just mind the neck. Wait. Don't hit the neck, okay? Now you can shoot. Okay? Good shot, he's down. Bob, come here, Bob.
What's that?
Just reload yours. Bob. Come on. Just come on the sticks. Just wait. Wait. Okay. This one's yours. Okay, come wait. Wait. If this thing gets up, smoke them, both of you, okay? I'm looking for the second one. Let's leave that bowl. It's getting late. Let's just appreciate this one. Come. There you go. Come with me, Bill. Bill, that's a serious buffalo, huh? That's serious buffalo.
I gotta say, I was on the other one so long, I was shaking. I couldn't hold my...
That's why you do it.
Makoropoto there. Moshi job. Well done.
Hey,
Good. Mohammed,
excellent job.
going to put it out, eh? Well done. Bill.
Oh,
Eesh.
With 3-shot English king.
This was not the one we wanted originally.
you're right.
This was, the other one was also smooth. And then this guy walked out and I looked because I'd only seen him from the side.
Right, because I could see him flicking his tail on the left.
And then when he started to overtake our bull and he turned and I saw the width on him, I said, oh, okay, change of plan, yeah.
Yeah,
See, I could see both. This one was very gray,
Yes.
and the other one was very black.
very black.
And they were both about this. That black one had a lot of drop. They were both excellent.
Oh, absolutely. But Domingo said to me, there's something there. And I said, no, it's a rock. Well, it was this thing. So, anyway.
Yeah, because they were very different colors.
Yeah.
I could see
Yo, he's a lovely buffalo, huh? He's as old as the day is long. And he's very wide too. Oh man, it's the first afternoon. We've had a slow morning to say the least. It's just the buffalo haven't cooperated like they should have.
First two, we saw.
Absolutely. And we bumped these two bulls from the vehicle. They took off, we got the wind right, came in on them, we bumped them again, and they split. And we stayed with the one that was heading in the better wind direction. And we didn't go a kilometer, I guess. And we found both of them, they'd linked up. And we originally saw the other one first, and he was maybe not quite as wide as this guy, but also equally old. And we were actually waiting for him, and then this guy stepped out, and we got a good look at him, and the plans changed pretty quickly. Watch that one at the back if he clears. Now you can shoot. Okay? Good shot. He's down. Keep quiet.
Look at the wood embedded on his boss.
Yeah, he's old. He's just ancient, and he's got a huge body on him.
Oh.
And yeah, Bill made a brilliant first shot. Okay. He actually went straight down, and we thought we might get Bob's buffalo there. So we tried to weasel Bob onto the sticks and get a shot, and we just couldn't make it happen. And we thought, let's just appreciate this buffalo. It's only the first day. We still got time to play with Bob's buffalo with a double. So good end to a slow first day.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So, I mean, this is just an exceptional bull. I mean, this is what people come to the Niassa Game Reserve, and not necessarily only our area. The reserve in general produces some phenomenal buffalo. And Bill, as you know, not all of them are as wide as this or as spectacular, but they're all old.
Yeah.
And we don't hunt out of breeding herds. We keep the breeding herds intact. We've seen a lot of sign of breeding herds, but yeah, we held out, and you know, the dagga boys, there's just a lot of them. We're fairly early in the season.
Yeah.
So visibility is not as good as it would typically be, but you know, you get lovely weather, and it's a great time of year to hunt, and it's it's a little bit more challenging at this time of the year, but I mean, certainly
Yeah,
paid
they
off
don't-
today.
They don't stand out in the open and wait for you.
No, no, they
That's
don't.
for sure.
No, they don't.
They
But
have to tuck in a bush.
I mean, there were 2 bulls in this group, this one and the other one. And the other one was every bit as old and as polished, and probably a little bit more polished than this one, but maybe not quite as wide as this guy. But both were exceptional bulls. And I mean, if we got an opportunity at the second one, Bob was going to drop the hammer on it. So
Yes, he was.
this is definitely the bigger bodied one, that's for sure. Yeesh.
Absolute thrill. It's
Okay.
an amazing animal.
Load up. You are already loaded, aren't you? But stay on safety.
Yep.
You never know walking back to the car. Okay. Do you want to bring the camera just a bit closer like that?
Yeah,
there?
this is a close-up camera.
Okay, all right. So we're going to go and recover Bill's buffalo from yesterday. We shot it quite late in the evening. We've got a tractor behind us that's following us, but never simple. We've just cut fresh dagga boy tracks, so we're going to just see where they're going first, recover the buffalo, and then we'll shoot back here and pick him up and see what we can do.
Yes. One.
All action here, folks. Buffaloes galore. Dang.
Nahamba lonat.
Namba lapha side Kwantana area inafurikini manje inaphuza natanga kulala. Yes, so
All of our trackers, our skinners here, they're going to finish up caping this thing, and we're going to go back and follow those 3 bulls that we saw their tracks early this morning between here and the camp. So they know what they're doing. They'll finish up, they'll load everything up, take it back to camp, and let's see if we can put another buffalo in the salt. I carry a Heim 500. It's just a pH model. I got it when they came out with the pH model, and I've had it for 15 years or so, and it's never let me down. Operator errors failed more than the guns ever failed, so no, it does really well. I said to Bob that if we bump them and it's not looking like we've got much of a chance, we're going to leave them and we'll come back in the afternoon, evening, and we'll pick them up when they start moving, because if they bedded down now, it's going to be quite hard in here to get up on them. We'll give it a try. I'll see what happens. Okay.
Right folks, so to cut a long story short, we discovered that those dagga boys have joined a little herd, and they have a very strict rule, Mashambanzou safaris do, that you may not shoot buffalo out of herds. So even though it's a little herd, we are going back to the vehicle. Anyway, I hope we'll pick up some other dagga boys that aren't chasing the ladies.
We're going to pick up a bull here. Let's just see. There's at least one bull in there. Yeah. Just want to see where they stop. Okay, we still footy kamina.
That was quite a nice group too.
It's a big group, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, nearly 20 animals there.
Yeah, at least.
Nana, azikuda. Tunako namba kachana maningi. Please, wena unatakura kufuti kaena, eh?
Let me go carry it. Thank you.
Mira lapa, eh? No, just wait, Jeff.
See his shoulder, you see the hump on the shoulder? Shoot to the bottom third. Bottom. Just shoot a little bit lower. You know what, don't squeeze your shot and take your time. Relax. When you're ready. Deep. Reload. Walk up safely.
put another one in his brisket for me, please, just in case. Dead center, take your time. Just so we have increased the spine reload for me. Okay. One more with your double, okay? Okay, walk up on him. Get him in the center, a little bit above that black line in the center of his chest, okay? When you're ready, squeeze your shot. Perfect. Nice shot. That's a bull.
Well, I know how stubborn those fuckers are if they're wounded.
Nice old bull too, huh?
Yeah.
Dagga boy. It's Niassa wildebeest. You only get them here in northern Mozambique and southern Tanzania in the Sulu Game Reserve. That's a rare animal. Check out the tail on that thing. Huh?
Yeah.
First go in, huh? It's the first one Domingo's ever seen of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
We don't get them down in the center of the country. So it's a very rare, very sought after trophy.
Come out and he's laying down, and my biggest concern was he was laying down. I was wanting to make sure he stayed down. So I didn't want to shoot him too high. If you shoot these wildebeest too high, as I was saying earlier, it's a rodeo and you'll chase them all day. We use the Swift A-frame, my Blaser R8 in 300 H&H, 300 grain A-frame, and he really didn't take a step. And one of the reasons we really wanted to come to Niassa is just the remoteness and the opportunity for some of these species that you really can't get anywhere else. Yesterday, my days are starting to run together. We shot a beautiful Lichtenstein hartebeest. The first and only one I'd seen in my life up till that point. And then this afternoon after lunch, walked into this opening and there just happened to be this gorgeous Niassa wildebeest who thought he was a hartebeest. He was hanging out with 7 or 8, looked like hartebeest bulls. Grant's telling me to come on, too slow, so he's hitting his hip, getting me up there, so I get right behind him, come around the corner and set up, and this guy hadn't moved, and he told me to just kind of go up his leg, don't shoot him too high. We put one in him and put an insurance shot in him, and he didn't go anywhere. This is, to my knowledge, and correct me if I'm wrong, this reserve is really the only area, and maybe a few in Tanzania. And we're very close to Tanzania, but I think Grant made a good point earlier. In Tanzania, you need to be on a 21-day license. And we're here for a short and sweet trip, and I feel very fortunate to have come across this with the help of the team, the A-team as we like to say. And the bad news for all the other gentlemen hunting with us is this is the only one on license. And when we were flying in on our charter, you could look out the window and you could see these almost Jurassic-looking rock formations. And everywhere we've gone, once you come out of the cover, there's beautiful rock formations everywhere you can see. And I have no idea what they're called, so I'm going to have to ask Grant.
The granite inselbergs, and the whole of the Niassa Reserve is interspersed with these, and it's, yeah, they're beautiful. I mean, it just really helps make the character of the land, I guess.
Right, folks, so we have traded vehicles today, and today we're going to be hunting with Bill.
Hello, hello.
Yes, so we left camp early this morning. We've made a long journey out to God knows where, some very far corner.
We're going to an old Portuguese military base.
Ah, an old Portuguese military base, is that?
Yes, believe it or not.
Yeah, so we're going to find that military base somewhere out here and look for buffaloes today. So we've got a whole new team, we've got new trackers. My friend, what is your name? Como de nome?
Wakati.
Wakati?
Yeah, Wakati Mandova.
Okay, so Wakati seems to be our main lead tracker. Como de nome?
Damião Yasin.
Damião?
Damião Yasin.
Damião Yasin is the other tracker. And como de nome?
Seraggio Aus.
Seraggio Aus. Because I've got some funky names up here in Mozambique. Our PH is Calvin. He's driving at the moment, but hopefully we'll be on buffalo tracks fairly soon.
Yeah, just take that one. Okay. I saw the dust come off. Might have been just a tad back, but I think it's good.
How do you feel, bro?
So good. So good. Felt like a good shot.
Got some blood from a zebra. Don't know much about it yet. Problema aquele arma muito pequena.
Hopefully we got a little success.
But you hit the back of the lungs. The lungs come up like that. Yes, you can't even see the hole there. They're so clean, they don't have shadow stripes, nothing. Look at the facial markings there. They're so pretty, these things.
Folks, we came out this morning and we've actually been looking for buffalo, and we've had a pretty dry morning in terms of buffalo. But driving past this magnificent rock features here, one of the trackers spotted this. I think there were 3 male zebras is what you said,
Stallions,
hey?
yeah.
Yeah, and then what happened, buddy?
Well, then we jumped off the cab and we put in a little stalk, and Bill made a nice shot on it. Yeah, he was quite a long shot there, about 120.
120,
Yeah. So yeah, put in a good shot, and then he didn't go very far, 150 meters, and yeah, picked him up.
Yeah, it was, you could see the dust come off him. These zebra, they love to, zebra, depends where you come from, I suppose. But they like to roll in the dust, and it protects them from insects, and I guess just keeps them nice and their skin nice and healthy. And you actually saw the dust come off.
I saw the...
Yeah, it makes for a pretty picture when that 300 hits them.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the Bohm zebra, am I right? Yeah.
Bohm zebra.
Yeah, so these are the Bohm zebra. They are absolutely beautiful. You only find them, I think it's here in the Niassa, and where else do we find them?
North in Tanzania.
North into Tanzania. But the interesting thing about them is their skin does not have any shadow stripe. You will not find a shadow stripe on a Bohm zebra, and it makes for an absolutely beautiful mount or rug. And I think you noticed that, and it's beautiful, more beautiful than most.
Yes, I'd never paid this much attention to a zebra, and I wish I had earlier, because this is beautiful.
Yeah, very cool species of zebra, subspecies of zebra to get, and yeah, it'll make a beautiful, beautiful piece in your home. And congratulations in your office, going in the office. Well, folks, we're going to load them up and carry on.
That's it, yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Good job, sir.
Pleasure.
Nice.
Good. All right, let's put him in the ambulance. Yeah. Vamos. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh, we're breaking for lunch, and the guys always pack a really nice lunch. It's a really good lunch, and gets a little. If we have time, we take a nap. I don't think we're taking a nap today. I think we're going after some more buffalo, or get back on it. But no, it's a good lunch. Comes from the camp, and it's actually very nice. And we thought they picked a bad place, but this is a wonderful place. This is really comfortable. It's some chili oil they make here at the camp, and it's some kind of. Are they like chili pekin, or are they little BB peppers?
Bird's eye chilies.
Bird's eye chilies, okay, like a chili pekin that we know in Texas. But it's garlic, a little bit of ginger, and these little bird's eye chilies, or these little, whatever they call them. But they are fantastic in this oil. And I've wound up putting it on everything.
It's piri-piri. It's like almost illegal to do anything in Mozambique without piri-piri.
Well, I can see why.
It's frowned upon.
I can see why. It is wonderful.
Yeah,
is that the one I'm taking with me on the plane?
Oh, either or. They just didn't want you running out. They wanted to make sure you got enough.
Definitely don't get to do this in Texas. course, we always go back to the ranch house, but never get to do this.
You chose the mustard there, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Everything with mustard.
Just
Mustard.
a little bit though.
Just a mustard for the big fat bastard. Looks like a nice one. Yes, that one is. They're running. Four bulls. They're running again. But there's some there that haven't run. They're looking away from us, feeding down there. Looks like they're feeding, so we'll try and walk in and just see. They've trotted off, but the wind is good, so we can follow. 458 lot, Winchester. 4 bulls here. They were in that little river line there, and they trotted off to the side. But I saw some other bulls like facing away from us, feeding, their heads down. So I want to walk around like this, and there's that anthill. We get on top of that anthill, we have a look on the other side and see what's there. If we don't see them, we just wait. Let those bulls calm right down and start feeding, and then we'll follow them. Okay. But I think I'll just see the one female. It might just be something. I only see one female.
Well, there's only 5.
I mean, there's a nice bull there in front.
Yeah, that is a nice bull.
Yeah, and there's one female. See, there she comes now in front of that bull. About 100 yards, it's not too far. Okay, let's just see which one we're going to shoot. You see this one here? Right in the middle, that one that's open now. There he's walking, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah. I mean he's over 40 for sure, but he's like sharp points, everything. But these aren't all of them, there's more. So we saw 4 and then I saw some more here. Maybe they're here in the open. Look, there he goes there. He's very wide. Yeah, it's very wide. He's got like those long sharp tips and then there's a big bull, but he's young, eh? He's soft, yeah. He's soft, eh? See, when he turns like that, he's got a lot of hair here in front. He's not.
He's a little younger than what we're looking for.
It's hard to turn it down.
Golly, and he's huge.
Yeah.
If I was a little more uneducated about this, I'd be throwing bullets at him.
This is a little fly camp.
Hey, it's a Musha, eh?
It's on the Chulezi River. We're 6 k's from Tanzania.
Pretty nice for a second camp.
Fly camp.
On longer hunts. So we don't really have much time to come down here if we come down, but if we're baiting cats, it's a long way to come all the way down. So we would base up here for 2-3 days, or a second bait vehicle would be down here to check baits, then communicate when something feeds. But yeah, we just thought we'd come and have a look and see what's happening. We're going to get in the river and drive in the river all the way up. So we don't have to do that shitty road back. Good plan for bushbuck maybe if we're lucky. Buffalo, whatever. In the river you never know. Okay, so we've just cut tracks of 3 to 4 dagga boys at a waterhole here from early this morning. We're going to get after them, but they're going in a westerly direction with the wind, so we might have to be a bit creative. But we're going to go and give them a try and see what happens. Next thing will go. Yeah. If they're drinking at the same water every day, then obviously they come from different spots. And it gets really tough around the water. There's tracks coming, going, but as they get further away, the tracking should get easier. Did you hear the elephants? Did you hear the elephants again? Typically the buffalo here, Bob, they'll feed along the river line here, and then they'll break away and they'll go up onto high ground to go and bed down. And that's probably got to do with the high density of lions, just better visibility. They very seldomly will sleep in the river lines here.
And we could actually smell some lion urine or leopard urine down in here, so
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense.
They can very well sleep in here, but most of the time they'll break away and go up onto high ground, so that's when we need to pay attention.
Seeing all the elephant sign in the river bottom, we're paying attention.
Yesterday we drove down, there's a little river down here. We drove down here and we saw tracks from bulls that maybe like 2 days old that were messing around on this little river. So now this morning we've come through and then we've seen 2 tracks, which I think is the same bulls from yesterday. So we're just going to have a good look, and then if it's worth it, then we'll follow these and try and catch them.
How does the track look?
It's a big track. See? And you can check he's pushing inside. It's a big bull, eh? The other one's not so big, but this is a big bull. Wow, just check there. You know how big that track is like it. It's a big bull. So yeah, we'll just figure it out and then we'll see if we can go and follow. Okay. I think it's the same tracks we saw yesterday. Maybe we didn't see these ones, but it's the same bulls. So we'll just see. They got to be in here. They're not far. We'll try and pick them up. From the age of the leaves, how fresh the leaves are on that. So these have been sitting out in the sun. That's why it's like brittle. So it's not from last night anyway. It's not fresh enough to follow. Yeah. All right. Let's just press on. Maybe we'll catch them further up because they were messing around here yesterday a lot. Okay.
Holy cow! that was a lesson. I mean, we looked for different things before, you know. But good Lord, I never thought about looking at leaves. Folks, so we've just crossed some tracks from last night. Tracks look nice and big, and the poop has got a bit of a skin over it, so you can see it's a bit older, but it's all we got, so we might have to trudge it out for this one.
do you reckon?
Yeah, we want to see where these things have gone, and then we're going to follow them. It looks like a group of 5 or 6 bulls. So far there's no sign of any other female or baby or anything with them. So we can wait for the boys to tell us which way they're going, and then we'll get on the tracks and follow.
Will you tell us about this gun?
It's a Continental Arms made in Belgium, the mid-20s, very early 30s at the latest. So it's almost 100 years old, if not more. Topped with a Z6 Swaro, quick detach mounts. Shoots like a dream. Shoots better than I can shoot, but I sure love it. I like the old guns. They got a lot of character, got a lot of class. It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece, and I'm glad it's with me here, honestly. And it's living its dream life, bouncing around on a truck with us out here.
The Winchester. It's originally a 458 Win Mag, but now it's a lot. So it's basically 375 necked up, 458, just a bit more horsepower. Yeah.
Any history behind it?
Well, it's a company gun, so that's about all I know about it. But it's Grant's rifle. So, but this is the one I carry when I'm here.
Até 5 dagga boa. Yeah, esse foi esse lado aí. Sim, sim.
It's amazing they know exactly where they're going. They came straight here. They slept here. The buffalo slept here. Got up now, they're walking. Just be patient, okay? Do you know how to walk on your butt? It's easy. Yeah. We need to get to that tree then. So we need to walk on our butt. There's about 3 nice ones there. Put your rifle like this, and then you use your hands to scoot forward. Let me go in front, you come behind. Found the buffalo we are following. There's 5. I can see 2, possibly 3 good bulls. I don't know what the other 2 are like, but look at their horns, they're not good. But the one that's sleeping here, I mean, his lights out, he's on his side, tossing proper. We'll wait for him to stand up. We get a good look at him. Okay. About 75, 80, 80. Then we can try and, Bill, can you scoot closer? Okay, like the same. Okay, let's try and get to these trees here, there. We can, hey, yeah, but I want to have a good look at them also. Okay, if they see something, you just stop and sit still. Like a nice ball, but we want to wait. We want him to stand up before we shoot This one that's lying, looking to the right. He looks okay, but the one behind him in the middle, that's a soft bull. Then behind him there's another bull that looks alright too, but I haven't seen an adequate look at him. But we can't shoot him lying down, we've got to wait for him to stand up. So I think we just take our time, we go a little bit. The closer we can get, the better it's going to be. just get on and have a look at him. I want to look at his face and then you can shoot, okay? But we want him to stand up also. Just get on. Just look at his shoulder and see where that crease is there, okay? Look at his shoulder. He's going to want to move. He's going to stand up and want to move. What you can do is give him one now when he's lying down and then just hit him a second. If he stands up, you hit him a second time. Do you want to do that? So just look there where that point of that elbow comes. Go back. See, slightly quartering away. You want to come from that point to that elbow, you want to come up just a couple of inches, alright? And then just be ready. Immediately hammer him with that second barrel. Anytime you're ready, go. Again, quickly. That's him. Stand. Load. This is him here, I'm watching him. He's slowing down. There you can see his ass there sticking out there. Wait, there's one here. Wait, hang on, let me make sure you're on the right one. Come here. Come. There's moving off to the right, off to the left, sorry. That's the one. Good. Let's go closer. Arma. Hold on. Stop, Bull. Stop. Okay. There we go. That's the noise you want to hear. Come this side, Bull. Come with me. Under the horn. Under the curl of the horn. Yeah. Shoot him. Tough bastards, eh?
Ain't they?
Hold on, Bull.
This is like playing in the street, man.
Hold on. Certainly wasn't easy, yeah. Okay, let's go. Just walk up on him. You load it up there. All right. Okay. Let him go. Him on the. Watch the horns, eh? Watch the horns. Don't shoot. Okay. Yeah. Come. Come here. Come, son. Come, son. Okay. Stop there so he doesn't see you. Yeah. He's done. He's done. There we go. Well done. Good job.
That's it. That's work right there. I earned this booger. 5 days and then doing that. That's something. But
Yeah.
man, he's just a brute. He's just a
Nice
brute.
big boss, and he drops down. Yeah. Good one.
With a 100-year-old rifle. We're at the first water hole we checked, and this little booger was just sitting there on the bank. And so I picked it up for my daughter, honestly, to give it to her because she likes kind of weird things when we're out walking around and stuff. And said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put a little split in the hat and wear it the rest of the day, see if it changes our luck. And I'll be damned. It changed our luck. It changed our luck.
Yeah, we've struggled, up until this morning.
Yeah, but we made an awesome stalk there.
Yeah.
The trackers have done such an amazing job following the buffalo, or through grass, over leaves, through burnt areas, you name it, these boys can follow it. And yeah, finally we made it up to these. Dagga boys had bedded down. The boys were boot scooting. From there, Calvin, like the master he is, led the stalk, and yeah, I mean, nice and calm all the way. Even a couple of jokes there, some of which I have to edit out. But it was a real fun time. Awesome buffalo hunting here, as you can see. Lovely prize at the end of the day, and well, Bill, it couldn't have happened to a better man. So
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done, Bill. Good job.
Appreciate you. It's just watching this this craft almost. It's really gratifying to see.
Yeah, without the trackers, it's all impossible.
It's amazing. It's like
the
magic.
guys that make it happen,
It's just like magic.
So yeah, all credit to them, man.
Trying to hold it together, to be honest. This is actual wild. No fences. There's no fences. There's no power lines. There's no roads to speak of. It's all trails and just wild. It's awesome. No, we decided to do this trip a little over 2 years ago, and here we are. So yeah, pretty happy.
Absolute pleasure to hunt with,
Yeah. Thank you.
Look forward to having you back here again, Bob.
I will be back. And Calvin's just my speed. He's not leaving me in the dust or anything like that. We're pretty good partners. Just great to, I mean, truly. I don't know. I learned a lot, and they're pulling sign out of just everything you could possibly imagine. It's incredible to watch. And I always kind of endeavor to keep learning, and they taught me a bunch. Just watching them, they taught me a bunch. I just can't believe how natural they come to it. It's just bizarre. It's insane. No, all I had to do was shoot it. They're the ones that had to find it, and they went day and, just, how many miles do you think they walked in the last 5 days?
They've walked a lot.
Oh, they've probably walked 30 miles, 40 miles in the last 5 days. Yeah. And it's all them. It just, they did this to get me the opportunity to pull the trigger. And yeah, they're really amazing. This is definitely worth about 22 hours in an airplane to get here, and everything else worth every second. Well, we were going to do this regardless of how the hunt turned out, but I just decided to cook for the guys because I enjoy cooking. That's what I do back home during hunting seasons, is cooking. And so I was doing a little chicken fried hartebeest backstrap and a little salad, trying to show them how much I appreciate them. And this was, like I said, this was going to happen with or without the buffalo. It just happens to be we got the buffalo, so this worked out perfectly. Oh, this is the breading. This is our breading, and got a little bit of everything you need to season anything. Salt, pepper, and garlic, right there. Salt, pepper, and garlic. So just putting a pinch in here. Dirty hands, but I think we've had worse. Our grease is hot, and we started marinating these last night in a little bit of something. Water. We hammered them first. Baking soda, water, and a little bit of vinegar and just some allspice.
So you don't cook them for too long, or what?
No. I cut them actually really thin. So they don't have to cook long. And then we hammered them to break up the tissue. to kind of make them really tender. You know, that's one of the things that we figured out. You know, figured out a long time ago about cooking venison is it has the potential to be tough. And so if you hammer it out and break those fibers up pretty good, soften it up, season it before you bread it, in my opinion, and then go that way, it works out. But it also cooks a little bit faster because it's broken up a little bit. I try to take it out when it's a little less than done because it'll sit and continue to cook until you eat. Especially with seafood. Like boiling shrimp or frying fish or anything like that, it continues to go. It'll continue to cook after you take it out.
What are you making there, Mr. PH?
Salad. It takes a lot of skill and concentration. This is the hard part. Bill's doing the easy part, I'm doing the hard part, making the salad.
He's entrusted me with, yeah. I'm sure you're gonna put mustard all over this, aren't you? Simple salad with some vinegar, oil, lemon juice, salt, pepper, garlic, onions, tomato, lettuce. There you go, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
Yep, you got me here. I'm gonna do the same.
That'll work. That will work.
I'm still cooking in the middle of nowhere. Love it.
What are we calling it?
Or we can call this heaven. Or angel kisses. How about that? You know, angel kisses.
Yeah, esse é muito leve.
Masafi?
Nzuri, nyama nzuri, nyama laini.
Eh?
Nyama laini.
Laini sana.
Hii laini. Hata wazee wanakula, wale walioishiwa meno wanamemenya hii.
Kama mimi. Kama mimi.
So, hey man, it's a treat that I was going to do this anyway because these guys worked their ass off for me. They really did. They were busting hump, and I wanted to do it anyway. But to do it on the day that we got him is pretty awesome. It's a good bonus. It's a good bonus. I couldn't say thank you any better way right now. Yeah, these guys, they probably never had somebody cook with it. Boom, you got it. Thank you, sir. Hang on. Had to butt crawl for like 80 yards, almost 100 yards to get to him, and he wouldn't stand up, and we were both like, "Fuck it, put it in while he's on the ground." Where's Andy? He's over there looking at the dried meat.
I can't tell who's dirtier.
Oh, it was pretty wild.
What do you want to know?
What we did was
Tell us
some news. As we're walking wherever we're going to go.
We've got a very nice buffalo. We're not divulging too much. It's very old. It's not the widest one.
So I picked it up.
But yeah, we'll unveil it shortly.
Yes, we were very happy. He's very old. He's really not that wide. So
Good idea. And so he's like, "What's that?" I said, "That's a
we'll have to see where we stack up.
I think your buffalo is probably going to be wider than ours.
Yeah, I haven't got a good look at him, but I venture to say that's probably true. But I do have to ask, who won the dirtiest duo? Conlon and his PH? You should see them side by side. They're filthy.
Oh yeah, hey, but this is success. That's exactly what success looks like.
He's no longer Wild Bill, now he's Dirty Bill.
Oh, I've been dirty for a while.
Dirty Bill.
Oh,
Wild dirty.
It's coming.
Wild and dirty.
Holy cow.
Okay, you two stand together so we can see, so we can get the comparison.
I think I sweat more. That's why I picked more of it up. He doesn't sweat at all.
Niassa's not for sissies, is it?
No country for old men.
No country for old men.
Just reverse that, yeah.
Dude, that's something right there.
Ya makulu nyati ya lapa inakona 1 inch kupela ziko 2. Ne 1 finger, ne 2 finger. Ina complete. Complete. Aziko story. Zonke lo inajupikile. Inaumile inenzila 1 inch kupela. Ya, mina funa pomisa manje.
Holy cow. I'd have shot that. I'd have shot that in a second.
I know, I checked the piece. It's not even lying yet. It's one piece.
I'd have shot that in a second.
Yes, that's an old bull there.
You said he's old, he's just not too wide.
Look at that here.
Yeah, here's how much speed on it. Nice
We'll
drop though.
take him now.
Nice drop.
Nice drop.
I don't even think he's 20 inches.
No.
He might be 20 years old.
He's a beauty.
We'd have shot that.
Can you spin it on there? And turn it this way a bit, like so.
In his ears.
Looks like a hand.
Yeah, he's like a
God,
flip flop.
if he could tell you the stories, man, if he could just tell you the stories.
25 years old.
That's what he's
All day.
carcass is no. I mean,
No bones, no yum.
skinny, eh?
It's just a hip bone sticking out.
Grunty, in terms of buffalo, what is this?
This is a scrum cap.
And is it special?
It's very special. Yeah, you don't see these too often, and certainly not like this. And he's completely fused in the middle here. You never really see that where there's nothing. It's completely fused. So that's a lovely bull. We worked hard for it, like you guys worked. Oh, geez, it didn't come easy this time. So yeah, lots of long grass and short, sharp shooting.
43 to 45 yards is what we estimated, but the grass was tall. We had to get Domingo after the fireworks were done to get Domingo up a tree so we could make sure what the next step was going to be.
We just had one little avenue through the grass, and he just happened to walk through there, and we're just lucky. And Bob put both barrels into it.
Well done, Bob.
Lone bull, right?
2 bulls. We actually nearly shot the other one first because we never saw this one, and then thank goodness we didn't. We spooked and they ran off, and then we followed up, and then we saw this guy. It was just, yeah, it was always going to be this one. So
I think he was dead on his feet. Grant paid the insurance on it, and we gave him one more we got behind him just to make sure. But I think he was done after. I think the first shot he was done, just the angle. But
that grass we didn't want to take chances.
No, there's only one person in that grass who could see, and it wasn't me.
So we're coming into the village to donate the buffalo meat to the local villagers, pop around at the school, give out some soccer balls, some toys, sweets, etc. Giving back to the community as hunters do.
Okay, so this is our tribal chief here, Regular Kandulu. He's the big man here for the local population, and this is our chef de poste. He's our government representative, and these are the two guys that we work very closely with here to uplift the communities here. We shot 2 buffalo yesterday. Bill and Bob each got a buffalo, and we brought one of the buffalo to Matondavela village, which is the village within our hunting community, our hunting concession here. And the reason we do that is within the Niassa Reserve, they're not allowed to own livestock, and they can't own livestock. There's a lot of tsetse flies which will kill the livestock. So it's basically the only form of protein that they can get out here. And we have seen a decrease in poaching over the years by being able to give them value and protein. 20% of all buffalo trophy fees go straight to the local community here within Mozambique, so they get a huge financial reward as well as the meat rewards. So it's important to go through things like this, and we've given a couple of soccer balls to the kids this morning, and just priceless to see the smiles on the faces of the young kids here. In this area we've set up a community development zone. We've managed to condense all of the villages in a specific area, and that's the area that they can do their subsistence agriculture. We're doing agricultural programs with them because the population here practice slash and burn farming practices, which they do in most rural African areas. So by working with the communities, we trying to condense them and not allow too much expansion into the area, and deforestation and destruction of the fauna and flora in the area. So always a constant battle here, but fortunately this community is so rural, they've never had any benefit prior to us being here, so they are very receptive to the help that we give them.
Yeah, good. Good, brah.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
What are they? Leica?
Yeah.
Whether you like them or not.
I don't have money for it. I like that new freaking Swarovskis though. Yes, they're nice. Have you seen their newest one? That has like the bird identification in it.
Really?
Animal identification.
It's pretty cool, huh?
And it also has a thing you can record while you're looking through it. Imagine how cool that would be for us.
Oh, what, you can film?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Film,
dude,
take
I
photos.
need those.
Yeah, me too. And I don't have to get you in camp again.
You're funny, huh? You think you're funny.
Tell the clients if they all start paying a premium, I can get it like that and then we don't need cameraman.
would make my life a lot easier, I'll tell you that much.
Yes, that would be cool, eh?
Yeah. What are you giving him?
No, you must take it to the
Biltongs.
cozinha, por favor. Obrigado.
Eish.
Another day, let's see what happens.
What's the plan today, buddy?
I hope we can knock down something. It'd be lucky if we can zap a zebra. And a
Zap a zebra.
If we've done both of them would be very nice. Especially at the end of the safari.
It's the last day, eh?
Yeah.
Last hunting day.
Yeah. And we usually just go out for the morning, you know. Afternoon clients can pack their stuff, do paperwork, do all the little camp stuff we need to do.
Yeah.
And then like the sundowner spot, that's lekker.
Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's on top of that mountain, so you look over. Yeah, the clients enjoy it. They usually get plastered. What are you? There's some spray there.
It's for flies.
Because that thing kills anything. It will fucking knock you out.
What fly spray do you use?
This thing, it comes from China, so you know everything that's.
What's it called?
Kingston spray. That one's stronger than the one with the limpo with the lion on. Listen, if they call a thing limpo and there's a lion on, you know it's proper. It's gonna fucking kill something.
Limpo.
Limpo. Limpo.
Well, this is Mozambique, and there's a lot of tsetse flies, so you need to have good spray here. Eh?
Oh, you just need that salt gun. You know how much fun that is on the back if you have the right clients. They enjoy it so much. Eh? These guys, they're not into that.
Oh, really?
The last bunch I had, that lighty was, he was killing them. He probably shot 1,000 of them, if not more.
Oh, wow.
But it's cool, you know. It keeps them busy on the back.
You gotta put a trophy fee on those.
Yes, I'll do my own one in cash. Tell them, listen, this is frowned upon.
Don't tell the boss that I've got my side hustle going here.
No, just tell them, listen, this is a government thing, so you don't pay the company, you pay me and I'll pay the director himself. All cash money, no receipts.
No receipts.
No receipts.
Right, so folks, this is the first time we've ever done this. We're going to do a vehicle podcast with Martin Snyman. This is Martin right here. He is a flippin' phenomenal PH up here in northern Mozambique in the Niassa Reserve. Martin is a super interesting character. I never actually knew Martin very well before I came on this hunt here in the Niassa with Mashambanzou safaris, and I've subsequently met Martin, and he's just such an interesting character, and he's a really good hunter. So we thought we'd pick his brain today, especially about Mozambique, because he's been around the block quite a bit here. So we're on our last day. We've got the clients on the back. We are hunting at present, so excuse us if we immediately bail out of the vehicle or there's some cuts in the episode that happen. It just means that something happened and we had to go and try and hunt something. But Martin, how did you even get into hunting here in Mozambique?
So I've always had a big passion for hunting, you know, growing up hunting with my dad. Like I told you earlier, I'm actually from the city, and it wasn't really a profession that was, you know, in my growing up, seen as a profession. It was more as a sport, and I just loved hunting. And you know, I always wanted to do the wild Africa. You know, as a boy, the photo with the leopard on the shoulders. I mean, that's that iconic photo. And
that one got you.
Yes, that's the one that always pulled me. Eh?
I noticed you've actually got one of those of yourself on your screensaver on your phone.
Yeah, it's a wily little leopard with a half tail that we shot a few years ago. You know, we struggled with him, and it was just a special cat for me.
Yeah, what happened with that cat?
Man, we were sitting in the blind, and he knew where we were. So I had the guys come in one night, you know, making noise, everything. So we got out, and I said to the client, let's just sit another half an hour. And actually, when we got back in,
so no, explain. So what, you had the guys making noise? What do you mean?
Okay, so we sat the first night, and obviously the cat knew we were there. He came in just after we left. So the second night I went back, we sat, the cat came in about 7:30.
How did you know he was there?
No, I just took that gamble.
Okay. So you just assumed as such, an educated assumption,
yes,
that he knew you were there because he came in just after you left the night before.
Yeah. So what we did is we waited. So the next night we sat. About 7:30, nothing came in. But you know when that bush just gets quiet like that, you know there's
something's going on.
Something is there, but you're just not sure what. And it was early season, so the burns went in. The forest was quite thick, and we freaking. So I had the guys come in, making noise with machetes, talking, doing all that type of stuff. So I got out, me and the client stretched leg, took a wee. I said to him, let's just 20 minutes, not move a muscle. We just sit dead swat. Man, the guys were probably not even 50 yards from us. We still hear them talking.
Leaving.
The cat got in, leaving, and the cat got in the tree. We shot that cat before they got back to the truck. So that was quite cool. You know, it's just that cat and mouse game.
Yeah. Tell me, how did you learn? I mean, coming from a city slicker, as such, not a city slicker, I'm sure your dad did a bit of hunting as well, right?
Yes, we did a lot of hunting.
Oh, just in the spare time?
Yeah.
But you lived in the city?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so to get from that point, the reason we're doing this podcast is I actually picked up from you that you actually have a real good knowledge of hunting, dangerous game, and what I like about you is you're creative, like that little thing that you just said now, you know. Is it experience that's taught you these things?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, you have to fail in this career. You're not always going to get the animal you want, and you're going to have to fail a few times. And looking back, there's a bunch of hunts that I wish I could go back to and redo, because I did slip up, made the wrong calls, made the wrong decisions. And I think every time you're in the bush, it's just a learning curve, and that is one of the reasons I love this profession so much, because not one day is the same. You always see something different. It's, you know, it's not like a day in the office you go, you know what's happening. You never know, you know, from a flat wheel to a buffalo up in the thickets. It's just awesome, man.
I mean, buffalo hunting is what we've been doing on this safari. So just to let the listeners know, there's been 5 clients in camp. It was an 8-day safari. Every client wanted a buffalo and a little something else. And Martin actually finished his buffalo in the first 3 days. I think you got your one buffalo for your one client and your other buffalo for the second client in like 3 days.
Yeah.
And I think the boss actually had a word with you to slow down a bit, but you anyway, my point being that you've got the plan. 2 beautiful buffalo as well. One was super smooth, old dagga boy. Those are the ones we really like, isn't it?
Yeah, you see, I mean, with on a buffalo, everyone chased it, but now, you know, nowadays the trend is turning, and it's the right way to do it. You know, shooting old bulls that are out of these dagga boys. You know, they're wily, they're clever, they've seen, you know, they have lion scars on them. The one buffalo we shot, his friend actually that was laying next to him, was 2 dagga boys, had a huge gash on his back that was quite fresh from the lions. You know, the oxpeckers were eating a little bit of maggots and stuff out of it. So, you know, it's just fun hunting them, you know. And we're fortunate enough to have this area where we really have an abundance of these big old bulls we're taking out. I mean, all the bulls we shot this week was phenomenal bulls, you know, and we're just very, very fortunate with this area. And, you know, sometimes you just get lucky, you know. Sometimes it all comes down to, are you going to take the road to the left or to the right, and that might change the whole safari.
Yeah. Talking about buffalo, what weapon are you carrying for buffalo and why?
So I'm carrying my Merkel 470 double. You know, when you start going into that thicket, I know there's a big discussion about the double versus bolt, and at the end of the day I carried a bolt for a very long time, and I upgraded to the double. For me, I just like knowing there's that second barrel there if need to be. And again, you know, double is just such a classic buffalo gun, I would say, you know, so it's cool. And it's also cool, I like how the double per se is coming back. You know, people, we're seeing more of them coming through our camps. More people are shooting them. You know, there was a stage where a double was just seen as a PH rifle or a, but we're seeing clients coming with that. You know, I had an older gentleman beginning this year hunt with me. He bought himself a double just to shoot these buffalo. But he had a little scope on, so I said to him, you know, you're here for 12 days. That's ample time. Let's see how much we can shoot with that double. And if day 6 we see we struggle, we pick up the 375 that's scoped and we just hammer it out. And we actually shot everything on his list with the double except the crocodile.
But he could obviously shoot it well, right?
No, you could shoot it well,
yeah.
But I mean, you know, you take your time, you get up close and you just make the shot count. So that is cool, you know. And for him that was an achievement in himself to be able to do it, you know, because he didn't think he would, and so that's cool. I like that, you know. It's
the problem I've seen with the double is when guys have bought the double recently, they haven't shot it a lot, and they come out and they think they've got this big bore double, so they don't have to even shoot straight, you know. Well, obviously they want to shoot straight, but it takes a bit of practice. It's like anything, right?
No,
if you
for
buy
sure.
a flippin' fast car and you want to go the fastest speed it can go on the first day, you're probably going to have an accident. And it's the same thing with a double, right? And I've seen PHs say, oh gosh, he's got a double, you know. Oh, I really don't like this. Because, you know, even though it's a big caliber, I've seen more things wounded with a double.
100%, you know, people, like you said, they think that now they're shooting this big caliber, they can just do what they want to do, but it's not the case. You know, shot placement is the most important thing, and shooting a rifle you're comfortable with. I mean, if you're comfortable with that, shoot it. You know, this safari is a good example. We're shooting some of the plains game with a lighter caliber. You know, I was a little bit concerned in the beginning, but the client's shots are perfect. It's spot on. So, you know, it just goes to show again, you know, accuracy versus just a big powerful bullet. It's you can't compensate on it though.
Yeah. Tell me, you've been hunting how long here in Mozambique?
Oh.
And how did you start? Talk us through your journey a little bit.
So yeah, as I said, I've always hunted with my dad, and you know, I met some PHs growing up, and so it's something I really wanted to do. Sorry, there's something there.
Mondongas.
Yeah. I'm gonna zip in this flake quickly and see what's in there. So yeah, it wasn't really a big career choice, but you know, after school, my dad asked me what do I want to do. I said, well, I want to hunt. So he got me to go to university. So I did a 3-year course there in zoology. I did some part-time hunting, worked on game farms, you know, just taking on bow hunters, that type of, driving them to the blind, because obviously I wasn't registered yet.
Yeah.
Then after that he said, well, what's your plan now? I said, no, you know, I still want to hunt. So he persuaded me to do another year after that. I'm guessing that he hoped I would, you know, change course. But yeah, after the last one, after 4 years on university, he said to me,
can you just get side on for me so I can film these oddities quick? There we go. Perfect. Thank you. Hey, that's beautiful, eh?
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Eh? Such cool animals.
Thank you, buddy. Look at that sunrise. Look at that sunrise. Ooh, hello. And we've got all Martin's, I don't know what these are. These are like little, what do you call this? Your juju. Is this your good luck charms?
Yeah, this is let's call it my jujus. My collections as I go that I picked up.
It's so cool. Those who are watching on YouTube will be able to see this. This is Africa TV Shop YouTube channel. But he's got a dagga hoof. He's got leopard claw, some little like wooden crocodile. A little face that I love. This little face. It looks like a little skeleton face almost. Made out of, what is this made out of? Ivory or what?
Yeah, ivory.
Elephant ivory. Then he's got this palm. It's this what's this lala palm nut?
Lala palm nut. Yeah, fake ivory they call it.
Fake ivory, but it's from the inside of a lala palm nut. And then he's got a lion claw.
And then he's got his wedding band to remind him of his wonderful wife that he's told me about. But anyway, so then you finished your university and...
Yeah, and then I started hunting. I came up to Mozambique. My first job was also northern Mozambique, met the Rika block. The outfit I hunted for there. It was a good time there.
Something's going on.
Okay, let's go look. Let's go in for a closer look and see some sable. Bala bala stinks. Korea look pisada, ja. So obviously they turned around. So let's give them some time so they can come out to the green grass. Graze out there. To push them further is going to be stupid. Luckily you picked them up standing this way coming.
So folks, the podcast continues after our failed sable stalk. What happened there, Martin?
You know, sometimes there's some obstacles you can't overcome, and made a little bit of human error there.
So it's one of these mistakes that can happen, folks. We were stalking the sable and the gun strap of the client's weapon undid itself by itself at no error to the hunter, I guess, and fell down and clanged, and the sables did make the escape. So we're still on the hunt for the last day sable. Anyway, Martin, we were just talking on how you got into Mozambique. So you went to university, you finished all that jazz, much to your father's happiness, and then you still went hunting.
Yeah, so then I hunted for a company in Niassa, Meterita district. We used to hunt a lot of elephant and sable. It was a company called Traditional Mozambique Safaris.
Okay.
They don't operate anymore, Simon Leach.
Yeah.
So I hunted for him. And you know, the way permits and stuff was going, I left that company and I went to South Africa, hunted there for a year and a half. That's where I met my wife. Yeah, and I got a call one day from Grant. Says, you know, would you... The little, we call that springers? No, little black fingers. So yeah, I got a call from Grant and he said, you know, are you keen to come back to Mozambique? I said, yes, I miss it a lot, you know, I miss it. And that stage she was my girlfriend, and she said, you know, you're always talking about it and how you miss it and the adventure. You know, go for a few years, get it out of your system. And that's about 8 years ago, so I'm guessing it's not out of my system yet.
This kind of hunting is hard to get out of your system.
You know, the thrill of picking up a fresh dagga boy track in the morning, or even like this morning, seeing the sable in a little green patch like that, just feeding, it is, you know, there's just something that gets your hearts going, you know. And a lot of time my dad said to me, when are you going to start doing a different job, or when is the hunting going to be enough? And I said to him, you know, the day I don't get excited anymore, even if it's a rabbit, the elephant, whatever, the day you don't get that excitement, that's the day I would probably lay down the rifles. But for now, I don't know.
It is exciting. For me, it's one of the most exciting things is trying to guess in your mind what's at the end of that track, you know? Yeah, because you never really know, and it could be, I mean, pot of gold, eh?
You know, we picked up a dagga boy track the other day that we followed. We didn't have a lot of time to follow him. It was 2 hours before the sun set. It was a big track, a big track. Just one bull knocking around by himself. And yeah, we never saw him, but it's definitely one that you wondered what was on that other side. Eh? We went back the next day, tried to pick him up, but he just V-lined northeast. So yeah, I don't know. He has a plan. Definitely.
So you never saw him?
Mm-mm.
Do you think you'll see him again one day?
I hope so. I hope so. It was a proper track. Very nice track.
So in terms of tracks on buffalo, what do you like to look for? What makes you excited?
Yes, I like it when you pick up one or two. Just as one or two together. You know, we're fortunate this area. We've had dagga boys here. There's actually one in the road.
What? Now?
There was some tracks at the back there, some fresh shit.
Okay.
No, I like it when you over here.
Jackal. There.
Yeah, there we have
Can
the
we
jackal.
shoot them or not?
No. That's the side stripe, and then there's some hartebeest there.
There's a hartebeest. Yes. Is that the little guy that was calling this morning?
Yes.
Side stripe.
Let's see if he'll come to the call. He's going the opposite way.
How come they're protected?
No, it's a law out here. Eh? A lot of the small antelope, like the klipspring is protected, the roan antelope, and also all the small cat species.
Yes, just as we were saying, whenever we start podcasting, we start seeing animals.
Yeah, it looks like that's the way forward. You know, especially yesterday was slow.
I think this podcasting is
the way forward.
Trial and error here, folks. So yeah, we're talking about what? Yeah, so that's those lone dagga boys. Yeah, you're fortunate enough to what?
We get the bigger herds, but
yo, that's a cool little jackal.
Very
little white tip at the end.
They're gorgeous.
We're in a big flay, folks. If you're listening, and it's jackals running across the plains here, and there's hartebeest in this background, and there's these huge Eiselberg mountains, which you cannot believe how beautiful and intriguing they are. They just jut out of the ground. If you folks listen to the podcast with David Langeman, we talked about these Eiselbergs, and they are really cool. Have you got any information on these Eiselbergs?
No, I just know they get very hot at the top.
They get hot at the top?
Yeah, and you know, we've climbed the one behind camp, and we actually found bushpick spoor up there. So the bushpick are rooting there because, you know, you have those, we call it a monkey bush, right? And if you open them up, you get the scorpions underneath. So I'm guessing they're up there chowing the scorpions and rooting around there.
I wonder how they get up there. Climb, obviously, eh?
Yeah, I haven't saw the bushpick with wings yet, so.
So before I keep distracting myself. So you say there's lots of dagga boys. I mean, I know there's lots of dagga boys here. Eh? And,
yeah.
How big is the biggest herd of dagga boys you've seen here?
12.
12 bulls.
Yeah, 12 bulls altogether.
Wow. Were there some stonkers in there?
There was. I've got some nice ones, but those, you know, those polished off ones. I've always found if you follow that one track or that two, that's where those old polished boys hang out.
I wonder what it is about dagga boys and that, because they like whenever you find one or two, they always seem to be the older ones. And why do they, you know, I mean, as they get older, as the buffalo bulls get older in the herd, then they leave the herd when it's not breeding season. I think during breeding season they do go back into the herds and try and get a little bit of goodness. But as they get older, the groups seem to get smaller. And I wonder what it is. Do you think they just get more and more less tolerant of each other?
That, and also I think they just don't want to move that far anymore. Eh? If you look at these old dagga boys, like especially that one we shot, him and his friend were together, and I mean, when he stood up, his body was almost twice the size of the other one. He didn't want to walk, he didn't want to run. You know, we sat on them almost for 2 hours waiting for that bull to stand up. The other one was up and down, and doing what he does. But I think they just get to that stage, they don't want to walk, they just want to chill out where the grass and the water is. And
talking about buffalo, have you ever had an incident where something happened but you ended up following a wounded buffalo and that got a bit
unfortunately
sketchy?
I had an incident down hunting in the delta in the swamps. We had a client comes over for 10 days and he shoots quite a bit of buffalo, and there were 3 dagga boys together. We smoked the one, he went down, his friends came back, we shot another one, they ran off, the 2 of them, and the one fell down. So now the lone survivor was busy toiling with his friend, so he snuck up and put a bullet in him.
So you'd shot all 3 by now?
2 is dead, but yeah, the 3rd one had a bullet in him. And we followed, and not a lot of blood, and it gets to a place like a big deep river crossing, and I take my kit off to
hopefully not all your kit.
No, I had someone. I couldn't give them the VIP experience to try. So
Ron, you hate yourself. Huh?
we go through. I go into the water, and immediately I get out. I said to the clients,
it came
deep,
up
just deep, that deep swamp. So I said, obviously a wounded buffalo is not going to swim through that. So I left my trackers. I said, you guys stay on this fringes on the sides, and we're just going to hang out in a little bit of a more open patch. So if the trackers bump him out, me and the clients can get a shot at him. So now it's 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we've been on our feet since 9. So people are tired, your mind's wandering, and the trackers are on the track, on that fringes, and then the client's with me, then he's by them, then he's with me, then he's by them. And eventually I said to the client, just stay with me, we have this plan, let's see if it works. And as the hours go on, then he's there, you get to a stage, you're just like, knock on wheel, and the next minute that bull stands up almost like to the side of me, and instead of coming for us, he went straight towards the client and the trackers. And I swung around. Still today I'm not quite sure exactly how, because it was on my right hand side and I'm right handed. But anyway, I got turned around and I put a bullet in him, and he literally hit the client when he went down, and it was like his face was like on the client's lower abdomen. Obviously the momentum carried him, and he just stuck the client, and it was mud, so the client went into the mud, but luckily he was dead on his feet. Pulled the client out of him, and we got all 3 buffalo that day. We went back to the truck, took the client to camp. He had a little cut like that on his leg, and that's the only thing he had on him.
Really?
So he showered up, cleaned his rifle out, everything, and I recovered the buffalo. So that was a little bit close for comfort, but
for sure.
But it just shows you, and I think that's a big thing that happens to us a lot of times, is because we do this every day of our life and we interact with these animals every day. I won't say you get complacent, but you need an incident like that again to remind you, hey, this is big game, this is dangerous stuff we're dealing with. Even if the odds are against you and you've been on and you're tired, and you still need to stay sharp. So it was a very good learning curve, and just again made you respect these animals.
But can you do me a favor and ask them to check what's tapping on the roof there? That's going to irritate.
Lucas, ano Zulu lo kwakwa? Lapa maningi noise.
Oh, Lucas, tell us about your tracker, Lucas.
He's my little Reach for a Dream Foundation child.
Hold on, let me sort this noise out, because it's going to fucking irritate me.
Lucas, ano Zulu?
Sorry, a tap gets me. That Reach for a Dream Foundation.
So he's just, he's our little problem child in camp. So he came up here, didn't know, never hunted, nothing. So I was hunting.
Yeah, it's still there, but
let's just go a little bit.
Are we on the smoothest road possible? Fuck's sakes, man. Maybe strong.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so you came up here.
Oh yeah, he came here, you know.
Where did you find him first of all?
He came from the village and he said he wants to be a tracker, and like, you know, have you tracked? No, he hasn't tracked before, but he wants to be a tracker. So I took him on a hunt with the track guide at that time that worked for us, and you know, you could just see in his eyes and his personality there was potential. You know, he's just...
How do you see that?
You can just pick it up. You can just see this guy knows the bush, he knows hunting. He, you know, obviously he was a poacher, but you could just see that spark in him, you know, that he wanted it, he gets excited, he wants to hunt. And yeah, as it went by, he became one of my main trackers here now. And him and my other tracker, Peter, they just complement each other so well, and they just work as a team, you know, and that's what you want at the end of the day. No one's trying to upshow anyone. We're all doing it for the same cause. And yeah, no, he's a very good guy. He's a naughty little shit. I think that's why I like him, because we get along very well. But yeah, he's a cool guy.
So one thing I noticed about you is you like to have a lot of fun whilst you hunt. I mean, obviously once we get hunting, you turn serious, which I think is very important. But when we're not hunting, it's nice for the clients to be entertained, you know, and you really do a good job of that.
You must, you know, at the end of the day, it's a hunt, but for them it's also a vacation, it's a breakaway. You don't want to be that serious guy the whole time and they feel stressed. You know, even if the hunt's going tough and things are just not working out, you're not picking up fresh tracks, you know, as soon as you drop your spirit, you know, everyone drops their spirit, and then you start at a negative every morning. No one wants to wake up and be like, oh, you know, what are we... No, you be positive and it's going to happen, you know. That's a big thing I live by, is just trying to be as positive as you can in every situation, you know, make the best out of what's given to you, the cards you dealt with.
Yeah, for sure. It's important. I mean, I think that's also why a lot of the clients that I go with like having me around, is because, you know, when say they've wounded an animal, or like you say, you're not seeing anything, or, you know, you're always there to keep the spirits up, you know, tell a few jokes, make light of hard situations, and yeah, like you said, normally it always comes together in the end. So you just gotta, instead of being sad.
Yeah, it's all part of hunting, eh? And I think that's the reason we love the sport so much, you know. It's those ups and downs. I mean, how many times have you been, let's take a leopard safari, one night you have so many cats feeding, you don't know which one you're going to sit for, and the next day they're all gone, and there's like, what happened, where's all my cats? And you know, you're like, oh shit, I don't. So I'll tell you this story. We were hunting last year, and usually here I like to put about 4 or 5 baits out for my morning run. And yes, there's clients here, so I put the baits out. I mean, spots that I know there's nice cats, and they're just not hitting. Here they 3 or 4, you know, I mean, I'm starting to sweat. I go out and I put up more baits. So now I'm running 10 baits, and that's something I usually don't like to do. But anyway, so the bush is littered with meat. You know, I'm gonna get a cat. And still nothing, you know. And day 6, I don't know what changed, but I had almost a cat on every bait. It was spectacular. I couldn't believe how many cats were just suddenly feeding like that. And obviously we had to shoot more animals to feed them all, but that wasn't a problem. So we kept them feeding, we shot our cat, and I actually spoke to, Grant was busy with a hunt on one of our other areas on that same time, and Richard also. And they were also hunting cats, and they also experienced that 4 days, all their baits also just suddenly went quiet, just for that 4 days.
What?
And then picked up again. It was super weird. It was, I don't know what happened, it was just something for those 4 days.
If you had to haphazard a guess, what would you think? What would you say?
I don't know, because I mean, I checked the temperature. There wasn't something weird in the temperature. The wind was a little bit off. The wind came from a different direction for 2 of those 4 days. But I don't think, I don't know. You know, it's an animal. They have their own. Maybe they were all at a party and we weren't invited. I don't know. It was just, it was weird, you know. How can you have, and then the next night you have 4 or 5 cats eating. I mean, it's, it was strange, eh?
No, for sure. You don't think it's got something to do with the air pressure?
It could be, eh?
Because that's something I think as humans don't really click onto. I mean, I know with fishing, the air pressure is vital for fishing.
100%. I mean,
and they fish are underwater, so I mean, like,
yeah. But look at today. Look at the amount of animals we've seen today versus yesterday. Now, obviously, the moon's getting fuller and fuller, so that plays a big role. And we have a lot of lion here, so
yeah,
that all plays a role. But I mean, it's chalk and cheese today compared to yesterday, you know.
Yesterday, folks, to give you an example, we drove around and we saw, what did we see yesterday? We saw a zebra.
We saw the zebra, we saw the eland, the Niassa wildebeests, and a set of hartebeests.
Yeah, but that's it. We saw like 4 groups of animals, basically.
Yes.
Today we've seen 4 groups. We've seen sable, hartebeests. Well, that's it, but it's only flipping 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. No, sure. No, it's totally different than yesterday. So, you know, I think you're definitely onto something there.
Tell me, this part of the world is huge when it comes to like black magic and like, what do they call the people that do it? The witch doctors? Sangomas or what?
Yeah, sangomas, but there's
they call them something here.
Yeah, they have the...
You told me yesterday.
What do they call it?
Nanga? Is it? No? Anyway, these spirit people, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had help from them on any of your hunts as such?
We've had an incident in camp like that, and it's you know, so we were hunting leopards and we just didn't get anything on bait, and the guy said to me, well, they want to go visit the Sangoma, the witch doctor. So I said to him, you know, whatever you want to do, let's give it a whack, you know. Gave them a few bucks. They left to town. They came back, so they said, no, everything is good now. No, the cat's not going to eat tonight, but from tomorrow night the cats will be eating. So I'm like, you know, it is what it is.
When they went to town, they did all the what?
Yes, they went to the witch doctor and they did their little ceremony and all that stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So that night nothing ate. The next night, 3 cats on bait, just you know, that's a little bit unsettling. It's
yeah,
it's weird, eh? You know, we do a lot of the ceremonies in the beginning of the season, and it's some of them, you know, it's deep roots for these guys. You know, that's what they believe in, and you have to. I don't say we have to believe in it. I'm just saying that, you know, if they believe in it, give them that positivity. You know, you can't break them down. You have to do their ceremonies. So we're hunting in one of our other areas, also looking for sable, and we're just not getting them. It was early season, a lot of rain, it's wet, we can't really move around. So same thing, they want to go to the Sangoma, so I give them their money and they go. They come back, they say that he was very happy, you know, we're gonna get our sable. So that night I actually shoot a leopard off a predator call. A leopard comes in, it calls him and his female in, very nice male, and we shoot them. So everyone's happy, so the hunt goes on, we never get our sable. So I go to them, I say, you know, the Sangoma promised me a sable, I want my sable. So they said to me, no, he was so happy with us and we did so good that they decided we can rather get a leopard than a sable. So yeah, hopefully I'm still one up there. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, those of you listening who listened to Peter Wood's story of Jonty was also here in the Niassa, but they were toiling on a buffalo, lion. I mean, a big hunt. There was elephants involved, lions and leopards, but they had nothing. By day like 9, 10 of a 20-day hunt, they had nothing. So they said, hey, Oaks, you better go and do your Jonty in the village or whatever. And they went and anyway. Long story short, immediately after this had happened, they shot 2 male lions, 2 leopards, and 2 huge elephants in like crazy, hey?
It's crazy, it's scary, you know, and yeah.
So what's your favorite animal to hunt, would you say?
Listen, I love buffalo. I think it's just something about a big old buffalo. It's just, you know, and I think it's like the guys that will get all crazy with the white tail because of their variations, and I think it's the same with buffalo. Every buffalo's headgear looks different, and you know, it's also a physical hunt. I mean, elephant hunting's phenomenal, but you know, obviously you don't get to do as much as the buffalo. So no, I really enjoy tracking a buffalo through the forests or in the swamps, or it's just, you know, they're spectacular animals.
How many buffalo have you hunted?
A bit. I shot a bit of them.
How many would you say?
Yeah, it's difficult to say. I mean, it's, you know, it's, you see, you know, 7 days we've shot 2 now. Back in the days when we hunted the swamps a bit more, we would get clients that would come 7 days for 10 buffalo, and we would just, you know, we'd shoot buffalo, hunt buffalo, and the guys would come with the truck and they just collect buffalo.
Tell us about your little ladder that you were telling me about yesterday. That was quite a cool story.
So we were hunting in the north Zambezi, north of the Zambezi River, a place called Mahimba, and the grass is super long. So it's the same type of terrain as swampland, grasslands, but it's dry. It's not that swampy you walk through the whole day. And I mean you in grass that's like 2 meters, that long elephant grass. So you get onto the buffalo, but you can never see them, never get a shot, never. So after a few hours of planning, we came up and I built myself I got myself one of those little aluminium ladders, and I built a ridge at the top with a shooting stick, a V that was bopped on there with some rubber. So we would go into this bush.
Bopped means tied.
Yeah, tied on with a little V for the client now. So we'd follow the buffalo. As soon as we see the oxpeckers go down, we know this is their spot. I would put up my little ladder, I would go to the top, I could see where the bull is, what I want to do. We'd stalk to where we think he would be now. I would go up, check the situation, then I'd put the client up. And this is where it gets a little bit weird, but it works. So then now the client's up and he's on this V, but you know, you're shooting a big caliber from a ladder.
Yeah.
So I need to go behind him, so I'm holding him like a Titanic pose. So he's on top there with the rifle over the sticks.
On the shoulder, smoke him.
Nice. Look, Chaya, no one mushe. Oh. Yeah, it looked well. It took that heat and it.
The zebra look well.
Yeah. The shot looked well, the zebra not so much. But let's see. But he definitely, when he shot him, he picked up that leg. Well, that happened quick. That podcast works. Okay. First.
Folks, Maningi interruptions. We just shot a zebra. We'll be back.
Bush kind of right in front of him. Right in front of his shoulder. But above that, it felt like it.
You could hear that thump, and he did that with its leg. I don't see any blood. I think you missed, eh?
You think I missed?
I don't see any blood.
Yeah. You scared him to death.
Yeah.
Well, they don't ask you how.
Fantastic. Gorgeous, eh? Yeah, that's perfect. Very nice. Congratulations. You see the ears on them? How it's rounded than the normal zebra. They have those round ears, painted faces.
Well, my brother just got a very nice zebra and good shot. Took him down at about 50 yards. So it's a great morning.
I felt very good about the shot. Martin got his position very well. It was a little bit obscured, but we just took the shot right up the shoulder.
Right, folks, so the last day here for this wonderful group of gentlemen hunting in the Niassa Reserve. I think most of them have all hunted in South Africa before, but this has been a completely different experience, hasn't it, folks? What do you think of it, Lynn?
I think this is fantastic. I think what Mashambanzou Safaris is doing here in Mozambique is just fantastic. I think their focus on conservation, sustainability, and ethical hunting is top-notch. I think everything we've seen has been just over the top. Everything from the camp to the animals to all of the staff. They've done a fantastic job.
And how's about those 2 buffalo that you folks have taken? Something special, right?
Something incredible. It's hard to describe the feeling when you're going through head-high grass, trailing this buffalo and knowing you're on his track because you're seeing fresher and fresher manure as you go along. So you know he's there, you just don't know where. So that was a lot of fun.
Well, and I'll even add that I think Luca and Peter, the 2 trackers that we worked with, are just magical. That they can track a buffalo through 8-foot high grass where there's no discernible marks on the ground, and yet they can stay on top of it. And they got us in position for 2 very, very nice bulls.
Well done, folks. The day's not over yet. We still have a sable to look for, and I trust in our sturdy PH over here to get the job done. So no pressure, Martin. Well done. Tell us a bit about these zebras. What species are they? And super beautiful animal, isn't it?
Yeah, so these are the Boehm zebras. Obviously they're endemic to here. You can see there's no shadow stripes on them. They have the big old round ears, beautiful facial markings. Their stripes go up all the way to the bottom of their legs. Yeah, they're a little bit smaller than the normal Birchall zebra. As you can see, they're about donkey size, a little bit bigger than a donkey, but yeah, they're just cool animals. They're very, very special. You know, it's always a predicament. What are you going to do with it afterwards? You know, there's so many futures on them, and they're just clever. The African most beautiful plains game, I guess.
We're just going through it with Lynn now, and you know, they have this beautiful pattern on the back. They have such an amazing facial pattern, and so it's hard to decide whether you want a flat skin, because Lynn's already got 2 flat skins from South Africa, but they're not quite as pretty as these ones. But the facial markings are so nice, so he's thinking about a shoulder mount. What are you going to go with, Lynn?
Well, we're still working on that. I think I'm leaning towards the shoulder mount, but it's just so hard because, as Martin said, there's just so many unique features about this particular zebra, and they all have distinctions that you want to emphasize, and so it's hard to find something that does all of that.
Smoke a second one.
Yeah, very pretty zebras. Very fortunate to get one of these. You only find them here in northern Mozambique, right? Do you get them in Tanzania?
Yeah, I think they occur.
You get them in
the
southern
Tanzania.
Tanzania. But anyway, nonetheless, very special animal and not found all over Africa. So this species of zebra, for me, is the most beautiful one. I've been on hunts where they have been hunted, all the species, and for me, this is numero uno. So well done, gentlemen. Congratulations on your fantastic hunt.
Thank you.
And let's see what the rest of the day's got.
All right, let's go. Let's go
go.
do
Awesome
it.
shot.
Right, Papa.
Done and done.
Zebra down.
Oh.
That'll be on, This is Africa, episode 8 of, no, this is Africa season, gosh, I forget where I am. This is Africa, the TV show, season 8. Not sure what episode it'll be yet. Still have to do the editing. But well done there, old pal, hey?
Yeah, you got him down, that's all that matters, eh?
Yeah.
It happened quick.
Now for the sable.
I like this. I like this thing. It brings good.
It's fun.
It's my black magic.
Martin's magic. So folks, this was actually Martin's idea. This is something we might be doing more of going forward. And probably every other cameraman in Zimbabwe, especially Zimbabwe.
and probably South Africa as well, will end up copying what we do, because everybody ends up copying what I do. Why? Because I'm a trailblazer. Anyway, but Martin was telling me he watched the show. He watches a show called, what's it called? Coffee or something?
Yeah, Coffee with like celebrity dudes.
Coffee with celebrities. So they get in a car, they get some coffee, and they drive around.
Very bad human there, but anyway.
Talk some rubbish stories.
And that's the thing, you know, how many times you go around here, you're talking, bullshit, telling nice stories. You know, and that's what it's about. A lot of times the clowns are in the seat, you're sitting in, and we tell them our stories, and they share their stories, and it goes unheard, you know, and it's not planned, you know, it's like you just...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I actually got an email from someone last night saying that how they love the podcast so much, because actually some of their best experiences and the reason they come on safari is so that they can sit around the campfire and chat some stories with the PH, you know?
That's the thing, you know, we see it all. I mean, we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. We have a story about everything that's happened to us.
Joking.
He's not old enough, eh? You can see his horns are still... Yeah, but he's not old enough. He's still a young bull. There's 3 of them there. Some females also. He still has that
one
pulp.
on the right?
Yes, all the way to the right. He came at the end. He was there.
And then he ran with some other ones from right to left.
Yeah.
And then he took the one we could see with him. They were long, they were that.
Yeah. No, I saw him. His bases were like that puffy. Yes, that would have been cool.
We're gonna get one just now. This podcast is bringing us the juju. The juju.
It's a good road we on for them, eh?
Folks, I hope the audio is being okay on this podcast, to be honest, because there's a lot of flippant action going on here.
Looks like this little road is the one.
I'm struggling to even remember what we were talking about.
You blazing the trail.
I'm blazing the trail. Through on myself.
You're the trailblazer.
What a shock.
What do they call it? A legend in your own mind.
A legend in my own mind. Hey, if you're not a legend to yourself, who are you a legend? Yes, no, but before we were talking about that. Oh yeah, so that's where we got the idea for this podcast.
And you said about the stories around the fire and all that. But you know, that's what makes a safari. Obviously, shooting nice animals makes it very nice, but it's also that the experience you get, you know, the things you see, the things you do.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of the small stuff that you pass over and don't always look at and see, you know. A lot of people are so focused on the animals and the trophies at hand that they miss the smaller cool stuff in the bush.
For sure. Have you ever had a client that was not really interested in anything besides shooting?
Oh yes.
Like how?
Oh yeah. We had one that slept in the seat next to me the whole safari, had his little mask on, and when it's time to hunt,
how did that go?
Went okay. It was a
no, but
quiet
how, what do you mean he slept on the seat?
So you'd be there where you sitting, put his little face mask on, and just lean back and just enjoying it, I guess. And if we see an animal, we wake him up, and then we do our thing.
So he'd sleep the whole day?
Yeah, no, he'd nap and sit there. It was just, no, that's what floats his boat, so that's what he enjoyed. Eh?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a little bit strange. You'd think you want to see everything, paying so much and being out here.
For sure. Oh, but you'll be surprised how many people we get that want to spend days in camp. You know, we've had some guys that come over and it's, you know, and they would hunt one day, take a rest day the other day. You know, and it's fine if you have time, but if you're on a 7-day safari, that gives you 3-4 hunting days.
Yeah.
You know, some areas you're only starting to understand where the buffalo movement is, and you're trying to be one step ahead to catch those bulls tomorrow morning early when they pass through there. You know, let's say you pick up a track late afternoon, okay, let's try it tomorrow morning. But now you lose that day, you lose that info, you lose that whole thing basically you worked on, and it's a difficult situation, but you need to cater to all. I mean,
so we were driving around earlier when we were going past that big copy. I don't think we were podcasting yet, but you told me about that cat that lives in that area. You said it's a big cat with a small little short tail.
Yeah.
And then you told me about the other cat when we first started podcasting that you shot. It was a wily one, clever, but he only had half a tail.
Half a tail.
So.
And I shot 2 buffalo this year that didn't have tails.
No, but how would you think? I mean, you probably don't know exactly, or maybe you do. But how did those cats lose their tails?
As you know, a lot of times it's fighting amongst themselves, especially in an environment like that where there's so many leopards like we have here. I mean, it's not strange for us to have a bait out and have 2 males feeding on the same bait. You know, we had one last year that we were hunting, so you sit there, the one male jumps in the tree, and 10 minutes later there's another male in the tree, and then they have their little scuffle. You know, that hyenas, you find them on hyenas, they're fighting. I have a trail cam photo of a lion and a leopard in the same tree. The lion came to steal the leopard bait, and they had a little bit of a fight up in the tree. So I'm guessing the leopard didn't get out of the tree quick enough, and he couldn't go anywhere, and the next minute there's the lioness, and they're having their brawl up in the tree. Now if we've had baits, you get there and there's a pile of blood under the tree, and obviously we didn't shoot or anything, so we get there and we see this blood, hyena track, leopard track, go back on the trail camera, and they're bawling it out. They just
yeah. Hey, those trail cameras, it's amazing what you can find on a trail cam. Yeah. Have you ever, what's some of the cool things you've seen on a trail cam?
I must say one of the cooler things is the lion and the leopard in the same tree fighting. That's quite special.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, well, catching poachers are always fun, you know, when they look at the camera and they're not really sure what it is, and then they go and they steal your batteries. They leave your camera, but they steal your batteries for...
Oh, they look inside?
Yeah, they take it out. Now they got clever, you know, so they steal your batteries, some steal your SD card as well. But at least they leave your camera, so that's neat of them.
Yeah, they probably don't know exactly what the camera is, or maybe they do, who knows?
Yeah, no, I don't think they really...
Yeah. I'll tell you a funny story. My gardener, I noticed that my gardener at home, I would leave home with a full tank of fuel. I'd get home, I'd switch on my car, and my light would be on, my fuel light.
Yeah.
That was weird. I thought I left a full tank of fuel, but with my memory skipping around like it does, I wasn't too sure about it. So then I filled up again. The next time I left, I made sure, I realized, okay, now I'm remembering, I leave it on full. Sure enough, I get home, I turn it on. There's my fuel gone again. I said, okay, alright then, pal, I know what's going on here. He's tapping my fuel tank. So I put the trail cam up, and sure enough, hey, that also eyes of an eagle, because I hid it in some moss and everything. I thought he's never going to see this. First picture, his eyes looking straight into my trail cam, which I've put up there. But nevertheless, I don't think he knew what it was, because he proceeded to tap my fuel tank again on camera. So that was the end of old Gardener. But yeah, funny stories.
So we're in this one camp, and the camp manager there, he likes his peanut butter. He saw me in the morning. That's like, you know. And his peanut butter is going quickly. So eventually he comes to me, and there's no clients in camp, and he says, listen, are you eating my peanut butter? It's fine if you do, I just need to know, so I need to buy more. So I'm like, no, I'm not eating your peanut butter. Someone's eating my peanut butter.
You're not a peanut butter fan?
No, I am, but...
Yeah,
yeah. So he takes it, his peanut butter, and he takes the fork and he makes lines in it. He puts it out. The next morning, the lines are distorted, so someone's eating his peanut butter.
So what is, cut lines
in it? He cut little lines in it and counted them, so he knows, you know.
Genius.
So eventually we decide, okay, now let's put up a trail camera. So I put all my trail cameras on the bar table, and I put batteries on. And you know, in a camp it's not strange to see trail cameras lying there. And we get the staff. The guy takes the peanut butter, opens it, takes his fingers, dips it in the peanut butter, chows it, then he cleans.
Does he double dip?
Then he goes back later, grabs another piece. Needless to say, he's not with us anymore. Yeah, that was
That's so funny.
trail cam as well. But yeah, it's changed our life, especially with stuff with bait. The first leopard I've ever done, I told you the story, was they took a watch, they made it 000, put in a little plastic and tied it to the bait. So obviously when the cat feeds,
See, I still don't understand
the
this.
watch stops.
I don't understand how this works.
So obviously not the type of watches we have now, but the old watches, you had that big battery at the back and you had that little plastic that they put in.
Oh, to stop the battery from
Yes.
activating.
Yes. So as soon as that thing gets touched, that little
So they
pulls
were
out.
okay. So they would tie
A string to the plastic and a string to the bait.
and then this plastic would be between the watch and the.
Between the watch and the battery.
Yes.
So as soon as the bait gets stuck, it would start up. So you get there and let's say now it's 4 o'clock. So whatever time you get there, minus 4 hours, that's more or less the.
Why do watches start at 12 or what?
You put it on 000. So you make it.
Okay,
you make your
take the thing out.
So you make your starting point.
Ah.
Oh, safety is on.
Folks, this is a tsetse fly safari now. Oh, illustrious PH just shot me in the leg. That was very nice of him.
I was helping you from the tsetse. There's one. Just take your safety off.
Where's the safety?
Yeah, at the back.
I'm like a client now. Is it loaded, bud?
Push to fire. No, it's loaded. Pull the trigger. There we go.
Oh, you have to pull hard. Yeah, that blitzed them, eh?
That thing works.
How do you reload?
You just pump it, yeah.
One time?
Yeah. Check there the laser. There's a laser also. For easy target.
No, come on. That is insane. You don't want to pull the trigger when you're pointing this in your eye. But the laser is not used. The battery is not peeling. Someone's going to turn them off.
Yes,
Oh,
I think I got some salt in my eye now from that shot there.
Good. Revenge. When you shot my leg. I can't even remember where we were, to be honest. This podcast system is really difficult to keep track of. 1, 2, yeah, right. So Martin, one animal that I think is hugely underrated as a hunt is the crocodile hunt, eh?
Oh, for sure. I think, a lot of people think them as they come out, bathe in the sun and just walk up to them, but that is definitely not the case. Shooting a big old crocodile is probably one of the more difficult hunts to do. They certainly, you just find them in some areas, and secondly, they have all the senses. You're shooting an 80-year-old animal. He has all the time in the world. He's seen a lot. They're wily, and also pick up obviously your vibration. So there's so many things that go into a proper crocodile safari that is, it's usually underestimated.
Yeah, for sure. It's easy to shoot any old crocodile, but when you're really targeting that giant, old, ancient monster, it can get really interesting. Obviously, the shot has to be really, really, really precise to hit that golf ball sized brain or the neck there. It's also like a golf ball in the neck, the size of the spine that you're aiming for in the neck. But especially on the Zambezi River, the crocodiles catch a lot of people.
Yeah. We've had a few incidences. We had one of our boat drivers, or the boat guard one night, he just disappeared. And we thought maybe he walked away with someone's wife, or we started looking around and still today we don't know where he is. Probably a croc that took him one night when he went to brush his plate or whatever.
Really? Where was that?
That was on the Zambezi at you've been to Sena Camp, that Sena
Yes.
Camp there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not strange shooting one and opening it up and finding human remains in it. Some of my close friends and PHs that hunt with us, they've shot in crocs with people inside of their mouths, while they're still chomping on them.
Really? What?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
You know, he grabbed someone from the village and he's taking them to go to eat them. He's climbed out and he's busy chewing on them. You know, the human conflict on the Zambezi River especially, you know, they go down to the river to fish, to wash their children, to swim. Well, not to swim, but, you know, they're in the water with the crocs the whole time.
Yeah.
So the one day I was sitting in a blind, we were waiting for a very nice croc to climb out, and I see some movement in the reeds, but I see the croc in the water. And in the reeds, here comes a guy, and he's chest deep in the water with his fishing net, with this croc that's just laying there, 40, 50 yards from him. And I say to my tracker, hey, this guy's going to get chowed. You know, we need to get this, tell this guy he needs to get out. He says, no, he went to his witch doctor and he got the spell put on him. So the crocs won't touch him. I said, well, okay, that's cool, but what now if that guy gets eaten? What then? He says, no, then he didn't listen to the witch doctor. Then he did something wrong. And that's how they live with them. Eh?
So it's never down to the witch doctor's fault.
No. It's that guy did something wrong. But yeah, the crocodiles are. Yes, it's a fun hunt. It's a very fun hunt. Those aquatic animals, they're different. You know, you spend a lot of time on the water, on boats, and you work for them.
Yeah. I was on Calvin's car the other day, and his head tracker, what's his name? Wakati. I see this giant scar on his arm.
Yeah, on his leg. Did you check the one on his leg?
No, I just saw the one on his arm. So I said to him, hey, Wakati, what happened to your arm there? He said, no, mina bambila nulo crocodile. He said it in Swahili, but he says he's been caught by a mamba. In Swahili, a crocodile is a mamba. And so I said, no ways. So what were you doing? Mina tata samaki. You know, I'm catching fish in the river. You must have been using a trap or a net or something. And he got grabbed by this croc. And he told me that he punched it several times and it let him go eventually after a bit of a tug of war. Crazy. I mean, growing up here in Africa, we were always told, you know, do not go within a meter of the lake shore or the river shore. But I mean, I think it should be more like 2 meters, because I've seen crocodiles come out of that water. I mean, I've seen a video of these hunters that staked a goat to the side of the river, but it was about 5 meters out of the water.
Yeah.
And they were waiting, they built a blind and they were waiting for this crocodile to come out and go and grab this live goat and take it back to the... And then they were going to shoot it. This crocodile launched itself out of the water, grabbed the croc, spun around, grabbed the goat, spun around, back into the water, and they didn't have time to pull the trigger. I mean, if that shows, if you're standing there, what are you going to do?
No, there's no plan. I think the harsh circumstances they live in, you know, if you spend some time in these African rural villages, you'll hear some scary stories, you know. We've heard stories about martial eagles grabbing small, newly born babies, you know, while the mom's busy in the field.
Wow.
You know, Luca on the back, his parents went to the local town up here, just sleeping in the bush because it's a 2-day walk. And they woke up, dad screaming, and a hyena got hold of the dad, pulling him into the bush. And the mom grabbed the reed. And I mean, he was alive watching this all happen. And the mom's beating the hyena to leave the dad. And the hyena left and ran off, you know. So I think that is why we don't always understand it. It's not that life is cheap. It's just, it's so easy for them to die.
To die, yeah. And malaria is also another big one, right?
Yeah, so it's a... You know, you think about it, it's easy to cure your malaria when you're here, but if you are 2 days walk from the local clinic or the local whatever, you know, that can change your life. So we have a program with the doctors that they fly in once a week into our little town here to help, you know, they help the people where they can.
Yeah.
If it's something serious, they get on the plane and they take them to the big hospital in town and bring them back.
That's such a
when the
cool,
band comes
a
in.
cool thing that you guys do here, and I know the Dallas Safari Club is also involved somewhere with this Flying Doctors.
Yeah, so, you know, I think we've seen there is that need in the local community, you know. Obviously, a lot of the trophy money goes to the community and we buy them stuff, but what's really important for us is not important for them, you know. They don't see they need that medical treatment as much as we see it. And, you know, that smaller stuff contributing to it is where we as hunters really make our difference. You know, you take an area like this, if it's, you won't come here for photographic safari.
No.
This is all hunters' dollars, providing these areas, putting up camps the way we're doing, you know, doing the anti-poaching. I'm sure you will or you have done the thing with Grant and you saw our ops room. With all the newer technology, you know, we're using these in-reaches. We know where our scouts are any time of the day. If they have any issues, they let us know and we send people out.
Yeah.
And you know, it's all, we've tried doing 1 or 2 photographic safaris here. The people just don't,
They don't
it's
come.
not a cup of tea, you know. Tetsi eats you up. You're out for longer extensions of the day. It's just not, it's not that.
Yeah, and it's very wooded here, so you don't see so much game.
Exactly.
And then you do hit these big open patches where you tend to see more game. But yeah, it's not a photographic area at all. In terms of hunting, it's really good. Going back to dangerous things, snakes also another problem, eh? That can it's always on your mind, huh?
Yeah, especially when I'm trekking through long grass, you know. I do have a big passion for snakes and creepy crawlers and that type of stuff. But for me, one of the biggest issues my fear is if you get zapped and you can't identify it quickly enough. That's always a concern. But I mean,
because the anti-venom that you need is going to be dependent on what snake bit you, right?
Exactly, and also the type of treatment you're going to administer. Are you going to splint? Are you going to cut off blood circulation? You know, so that is very, very important. We all have we have snake bite kits and the necessary stuff, but still, you know, you need to know what.
Do you know much about how to cure a snake bite if someone is hit by a snake? Have you learned about that stuff?
Yeah, we've done some research. Obviously, we've learned about it. We've done some courses. We have, like I said, we have a snake kit. Even for the clients that hunt with me in the beginning of the safari, I have a whole little booklet in my glove box. You know, let's say something happens to me and I can't respond. You know, a little first aid medical kit thing. I also have this snake bite. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there that can help a client to help me if I can't.
Yeah.
You know, anything happens to us, it's good we know it, but those other guys know it. You know, like my staff, Peter, he knows general, put on a tourniquet, scalp yourself, that type of stuff they can do because, you know, they need to do it because we always think, the client can get hurt, this. But what about if we get out of action and we're out of commission? You need someone to know what to do. You know, same with shooting. My guys, well, they can't pass a shooting test, but I know how to load my rifle and take a shot. So, yeah, it is.
That's a good point you make there, that having your trackers know how to do a bit of first aid is a good idea.
Yeah, the thing now is I'm trying to. My one tracker, Peter, he's my right-hand man. I want to teach him how to drive, but we have a lot of trees here to teach him that here. So I'll wait till we get to the plains one day and we can take him out.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about trying to teach trackers to drive. I was actually working for Grant Taylor, who's the owner of Mashambanzou Safaris, where we're hunting at the moment. And this is when I was a youngster. I was like 20, maybe 20 years old. So what's that, 15 years ago. Anyway, I was teaching my tracker, his name was Armando, Big Armando. I was teaching him to drive. And Grant heard me the one day talking about how I was teaching Armando to drive. And he said to me, "Hey Andy, make sure you just remember whose vehicle you're teaching him in, you know." I said, "Yeah, no, don't worry, everything will be fine, Grant." So anyway, we went out hunting and we were looking for sable and we went for a long walk. But we'd now walked, I think someone had winded, I can't remember, but we'd walked a long way. And now, I was actually being a bit lazy and I didn't want to walk all the way back to the vehicle.
So I made the excuse that, you know, that maybe the client's tired, but I think I was probably tired. Anyway, I sent Armando back to get the vehicle. So anyway, 1 hour passes, 2 hour passes. I'm like, no, he should have been back by now, surely. And sure enough, here comes Armando, but he's not in the vehicle, he's walking. And so I said, I knew immediately there's a problem, there is a problem. So when Armando got back, I said, Armando, why are you walking? Boss, and I got a problem. I said, yes, what is the problem? He said, I'm in a chair of reverse, but I'm in a chair of stick. So he's reversed into a tree, and I'm like, oh my Lord. But when I didn't realize, but what had happened is he'd reversed, but he'd knocked the tree over, and somehow, I think he'd obviously just been pressing the accelerator because the Land Rover was like on top of the tree. Like it had knocked it down, and then he would reversed over the tree, and he was now, the Land Rover was like kind of levitating on top of this tree. Oh no.
But you know, when just imagine he puts foot and he hits it, what do you think? So he just like
he just kept flooring it. I think he panicked, and he forgot that he was standing on the accelerator. Anyway, the what do you call it? I'm not a very good mechanic, as you can tell, but the steering arm, I think it is, the front steering arm on an old Land Rover, between the front wheels.
Yeah, gone. Broken.
Snapped. But luckily it snapped close to the end, so I'd managed to, I can't even remember, but I made some sort of extension type thing, and then we tied rubber and metal, and we limped our way back to camp. At least we could still get home.
And I'm sure you were very famous.
Hey, Grant was so happy with me when I told him the story, because I had to come with the truth, you know, as you do. The truth will set you free. Anyway, such things happen when you're young and learning things. But anyway, I'm not sure. I think my driving lessons for Armando stopped there. I'm not sure. Did Armando ever learn to drive? Because you can.
No,
he never did.
Definitely not. He's so scared now. He doesn't even drive a motorbike anymore.
Oh man.
You live on the edge some days.
Ooh, buffalo. Look at the dagga boys.
Yeah, let's sneak up to them. We have nothing else to do, so. There was one very nice bull in there, eh? But two, I mean, you could shoot any one of them, but two, we would let them go a little bit more, but the one was definitely a shooter. Okay, ready?
Ready. So for those who are listening, sorry, we just saw 3 dagga boys eating at 10:20 in the morning, which is not normal in most areas, but most places got buffalo, boy. 3 old dagga boys, one very nice. I mean, we say very nice. He was huntable, but not super old.
Yeah. No, sure. It's
They were all huntable, in fact.
No,
one,
no,
one
no.
more than the others. Goodness, where were we again? This is a problem.
now I'm getting excited after seeing those buffalo.
Now you want to.
Yes, it gets you going every time. Doesn't matter how many of them you shoot. There's that one factor about them. I don't know.
What do you think it is?
I almost want to say the sound the bullet makes when it hits it, that whoop, and you can see, and when he like looks at you, you know, at the stage he stared at us, and he's like, I know you guys are there, but I'm still the boss, you know.
I will defend myself.
Yeah, no, it's just cool animals, I love them.
I know, I think it's my favorite animal, that old bull. Oh man. You know, I do like buffalo in general, even the cows and stuff, but they're not nearly as impressive as the bulls. And then the bulls, I mean, even a fully mature bull, to me, is not as impressive as that old dagga boy. A dagga boy's just got that tank body.
That dewlap, that hump, and his little head is like just hanging there.
Yeah,
it's like his head shouldn't be there. It looks out of proportion.
Too small for his body.
Yes,
and he's,
that's a trophy.
And he's got attitude.
For sure.
Yeah. Anyway, your tracker, Luca, just showed us a route that they use for the, I don't know what they use.
So the children dig them out.
Yeah.
And then they sell them to the elders. They eat it, make like a potion paste type thing with it.
What does it do for them though? Because normally those things, they've got some sort of use for like either like a sexual stimulant or something.
Listen, it's probably something with that, because when I asked him, he did that shy laugh, and he doesn't really, you know, they're very shy about that and stuff. They don't talk openly, especially to the white person or the boss about it. You know, and especially in front of so many other people, they don't say a lot. But if you spend time with him alone in the bush, you know, opening roads, doing lion baits, and you're out and you sleep in the bush and you sit with them around the fire.
Hey, can these oaks...
Okay, let's take out some honey, some bush honey.
We are now going raiding honey.
Yeah. The mupani flies.
Ah.
So those little flies.
Folks, this podcast keeps changing.
Okay.
Interrupted. We'll be back. We're going raiding mupani fly honey. It's actually a little bee, tiny little bee. They go around your eyes and your ears and irritate you, but anyway, let's go and do this quickly.
Call them mupani flies, those little gnats that were all around our face. Remember I told you they're actually a bee. So that's their little nest. So there's some honey in there, so we're going to cut it open, you guys can taste some honey. Okay. It doesn't taste like normal honey, but it's quite cool. So how we drive around and they see that, only they will know. Changing the way.
The danger zone there.
Yeah.
And I
Tell us whilst you do in there. Tell us.
So this is the thing, everyone calls it a mupani fly. It's actually a little bee. Obviously it doesn't sting you. And they make their nest, as you could see from on the start, it was just that little, almost looks like a straw. And they go in and out. So they'll have their young at the bottom. They would actually still hatch out. And then basically just the rest of it would be their food that they would feed them later on time, and if the eggs don't ferment. But yeah, that for a tracker is gold.
You can put it in there. You can save it. Oh, look at that.
Just look at that
That
dripping.
is fantastic. Very good.
Like more.
That's very good.
That we should do.
Fresh from the tree.
You want some rolls and put some honey on the rolls.
Exactly.
That would be nice. Yes, that would be perfect. So I know there was a Master Chef episode the other day while hunting buffalo. So I got a lot of flack because I don't make food in the bush. So just make the clients a little bit of a appetizer. There, Gordon Ramsay, 5 stars.
Is that little squash flies in there?
Protein. I can get extra for the protein.
My man, that was some delicious honey.
Yeah, it's always nice having a little snack in the bush like that.
My problem is the older I get, the more I seem to like sweet things. That Mapani fly honey is the best honey in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Not that I've tried all the honey in the world, but that was damn good.
The thing is the taste. You have that rich floral flavor taste to it. Eh? That's what makes it taste different from the normal honey. Is that
Super sweet. Sorry to interrupt the podcast, folks. We just had to raid a quick honey nest. You know, this is one of the things that hunting in Africa is so cool, because you get to do all these small things that people don't talk about. I mean, people, they will talk about them, but unless you've been here and experienced, there's a lot more than just the hunt.
You know, and it's cool if you have hunters like we have at the moment that appreciate the small things also, because the other day, you know, we were following the buffalo and it caught my eye an ant that fell into an antlion's little trap, and this antlion just having a, you know, just a fight to death there. So we caught ourselves probably 5 to 10 minutes staring at this little gladiator fight in the bush. You know, it's stuff you don't always see. I mean, you know what it is, everything, but then also you get the people intrigued. They get home, they read up about it, they, you know, everything plays such a crucial part in the ecosystem.
The total safari package as well.
100%, you know.
So for those who are listening who don't know what an antlion is, it's basically the larvae stage of a lace-winged dragonfly, right?
Yes.
So it's like it's one of the earlier stages of life for a lace-winged dragonfly, and it lives in the sand, and it builds a trap by making sort of a conical shaped hole, like an ice cream cone almost, if you will, in the sand. And when an ant comes along, he slides down the side into the bottom, and that's where the antlion is waiting. Grabs the ant, thrashes it around.
But he also injects him with like a type of, say, like a venom that they numb.
Really, I didn't realize that. Anyway, they have this battle as the ant is taking his time to get numb, I guess.
Yeah. And trying to escape, and that other guy is coming for him.
Yeah, and if that ant runs up the side of the cone as such, of sand, it's not a solid cone, it's a sandy cone. He's kind of slipping on the sand, and he's throwing sand down, and that's vibration what lets the antlion know that he's there. And then the antlion will actually use his head and flick the sand above the ant to cause sort of like an avalanche.
And bring him down.
And bring him down back to the gladiator center. It's pretty cool to watch.
Fight to the death.
As kids, we used to keep them in little tubs of ice cream tub or whatever, and feed them daily. You know, as kids do, keeping these strange little critters. But yeah, they're interesting looking creature, because they have like a little bum, a big bum almost, and then like a little head with big clippers.
You can catch
No, it's okay. We're just doing for the listeners. And the big clippers on the front of the head, tiny little head, big bum, and that bum, they move backwards. That what helps them dig that big butt. And it is an insect, so it's got 6 legs, and just a fascinating little creature. And then it turns into like a worm, almost looks like a little inchworm that lives under the sand, and then he lives like that for a while, and then turns from there into the long, thin dragonfly with pretty lace wings. Anyway, the bush is full of things to learn about.
No, for sure. You just have to take the time to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
You know, when the titties are
coming now.
Yeah.
They seem to be in places where there's more grass or something, it seems. Most of the time they're like grassy areas.
Yeah, but I also think it's because they, obviously they lay their eggs in the ground. So look at these areas, it's not really burnt like that, so,
Do they lay their eggs in the ground?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the tsetse fly, the female, the male only breeds her once in her life. Then she lays an egg in her abdomen that develops, and she lays the larva in the ground. So it's actually not the egg in the ground, but basically a larva.
A live young?
Yes.
Oh, so she gives birth to live young as such?
Yes, but the egg is first inside of her.
And the live young, it must be like a little
As soon as it's
worm
starting to
type
come
thing,
out,
right?
and they drop it in the sand.
Okay.
That takes about 15 days to hatch into the tsetse fly that bites us like that. But that female just keeps on reproducing eggs. As soon as the first egg's out, the next egg's there.
So she's fertilized once?
Once in her lifespan, yeah.
Wow.
So the guys aren't too busy. They have an easy job.
They don't have to be, they can spend more time feeding, I guess.
Yeah.
Geez, that's interesting. And then I wonder how many eggs she has, because there's a lot of tsetse flies in some places.
Yeah, so she has one per, obviously just one at a time. But the thing is, the turnover time is like, I think they said the whole tsetse lie from the egg is conceived, whatever, till it goes in the ground and comes out is like 30 days. So it's a quick cycle, It's like, I think the egg is inside of her for 10-12 days, something like that.
Okay.
And then it just, so you can think, if you drop an egg every 12 days, it's going to,
yeah, you're gonna get a lot of tsetse flies.
yeah, and obviously, everyone hates a tsetse, and we swear at them, and we burn elephant shit to chase them away, shoot them with a tsetse gun,
assault gun.
But the thing at the end of the day is that's one of Africa's saviors,
It is. I was about to say that. Oh, there we go.
Huh? That's the tree I told you about. You see this little bees, not beads,
oh, yeah.
So they take that, mash them up and put it with corn.
So that's not actually a tree, that is like an orchid of sorts or something,
Yes,
right?
like a type vine plant deal. So they take those little peas, mash them up, put them with their corn, and then so in the village, if you ask them, they tell you the birds eat too much and they're fat and they can't fly. But also it basically just what do you call it? Paralyzes them, and then they catch them.
That's fascinating.
You just wonder who was the guy that tried it, who saw that.
Yeah, really. There's also another tree that you can cut and get the sap from it and cook it on a fire, and it makes like a sticky chewing gum, but sticky like I don't know if you're aware of this stuff. We used to make it as kids. It's called ulimbo and zim.
Yeah?
And it's bird lime, but you wrap it on a stick, and you put that stick, but when you're wrapping it, you have to put fuel on your hands so it doesn't stick to your hands.
Yeah.
Put like diesel. Then you wrap it when your hands are dieseled and it doesn't stick to your hands, and you wrap it on the stick all the way around so it looks like chewing gum almost over the whole stick.
Yeah.
You put that stick either like in a fig tree or near the water hole. If a bird lands on that stick, it is not coming off.
So you're an old poacher?
Ah man, me as a kid I was #1 poacher. It was fun. We weren't allowed to make it. It was forbidden by our father to make this stuff, ulimbo, but you can catch birds. If even like 5 or 10 birds land there, they're all stuck. Catch them.
There's a long type bean over here that we get. You can't do anything with it, and the locals, it's very, very bitter. I mean, it is, and it's one of those bitters, you can't really shake it off
if you put it in your mouth.
So I have this PH hunting with me, and we're doing a lion bait, and I see one of these beans, so I pluck it off and I break it, and I give him one piece and I take the other piece, and as I want to bite it, I stop and I talk to my tracker. So obviously this guy checks me, I'm gonna eat it, so he starts eating it. So I turned to him, I said, you can't eat that shit. He's like, why? I said, because it's horrible, it tastes, you'll probably get diarrhea and everything. And he's like, his whole mouth is already full of it, and you have that bitter taste. So now he's freaking out of that. You know, he's drinking cool drink, trying everything, but that taste just stays on the tongue, eh? No, that was quite funny.
I must say, you are one of the bigger prankers I've ever met.
So don't put anything in your mouth that is not village approved.
Not village approved. Oh man. Yeah, that's the nice thing about the bush. There's so much to learn about it. I mean, I've been in the bush a long time and I'm still learning things all the time. It's really...
Yeah, the thing is, like, especially if you go to different areas, every area has its own little secret and spots and, you know, stuff they do and they don't do.
Yeah. You know, and being a PH is real fun. It's a real nice job, and it's, I mean, listen, you're not going to make a lot of money. You do it for the passion. Are there some clients that are quite difficult to be around? I mean, we've got lovely clients at the moment, and most clients are lovely, but you do get some toughies, hey?
Listen, I'd say 99% are nice people, just enjoying the hunt, there for it. You always get, in any circumstance, you'll always get that 1% that does it for the wrong reasons, and, you know, and it's definitely, like you said, this type of career choice, and that's for anyone listening that's thinking of doing it one day. You know, you put in long, hard hours. Obviously on television and on safari, you see the nice parts of it. You know, you as a client, you don't see all the shitty parts of it. But I'll tell you, there's not been once in my life a day that I woke up and I was not excited to go hunting. Even if we're shooting guinea fowl today, even if we're checking baits, you know, that excitement, that thrill of everything. You know, I'm just getting goosebumps talking about it. It's that, yes, there's something to it, you know, that in the morning, that the way the sun breaks, I love it. I don't think there's another job I'll ever want to do in my life if I could do it all over.
PHs come in all different shapes and sizes, and types of PHs. You know, like different attitudes and you know, IQs or whatever it may be. But one thing everybody has in common, generally, is the love for the bush. But some more than others. There we go. Interrupting my spiel.
So, a young bull in there. But like young.
Young. Yeah. Young sable bull. That's another thing. It's just the ethics behind hunting. You know, not everyone understands it, but you want to shoot the old ones, and here you certainly live by those rules. Anyway, talking about PHs, I prefer hunting with PHs that like having fun.
Young little bull.
Alright folks, well, we're going in for lunch now, so we're going to call this podcast to an end. We do apologize for the loads and loads of disturbances. We are trying to do this whilst hunting as well, so it's not that easy. But Martin, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry for distracting you, trying to do two things at once here. But folks, let us know what you think of this format. Let us know in the comments below if you're on YouTube. If you're on podcasts, I guess we'll see how many views it gets.
And thank you very much. Thank you for everything you do for us in the hunting community. You know, it's good to have a friend in the community that thinks the same way that we do and sees things the same way and brings out the good hunters do for this. You know, we very much appreciate you. I know a lot of times the guy behind the camera is also, you know, people, oh, just a cameraman, but there's so much more to it. It's, you know, you guys capture those memories forever. So thank you for the job you do, and it was very nice having you with us.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hope to see you quickly.
Yeah. Awesome. Nice, folks. If you want to hunt with Martin, you can get a hold of him. Are you on Instagram?
No.
You're not on Instagram?
No,
are you hidden from the world?
Yeah, I'm not too big
So
on
how do we contact you?
Facebook, old school.
Facebook. Martin Snyman. That's Martin. How do you spell that?
MartinSnyman.
Martin Snyman. There you go, folks. There you have it. What a fun guy. Super knowledgeable, really good to hunt with, really good at hunting. Take it from me. I know often he has to get told to be slowed down because he
He shoots too much. He does like to hunt. Anyway, nice to be with you, buddy. Folks, keep well and let us know what you think of the podcast. See you next time right here on This Is Africa, the podcast in the vehicle or something like that. Bye.
Right, so this is our operations room. This is Aaron, he's the man who runs it. Aaron? Good, this is something we're quite proud of. So basically, we'll start with this first. This is a program called Earth Ranger. Each one of our anti-poaching units goes out with an inReach, a special smart device, and a battery pack. And they take that out with them on patrol. Aaron sits here, and he's the man to monitor it. So bring up somebody who's on patrol there at Niassa or something at the moment. The inReach feeds into that and gives you real-time breakdown of where the guys are. So we can see right now, those little heat signatures, that's at the fly camp. So it's 3:30 in the afternoon and the guys are back in camp. So Aaron can sit in here in the morning at 7 o'clock. The heat signatures, they're still there. No, they haven't moved. Every 5 or 10 minutes it updates. He can send them a message and say, hey, why are you guys not moving? What's up? What are you doing? Yeah, so Big Brother's watching. So he quantifies on a daily basis what the guys are doing in terms of patrols. Are they meeting the, it's a minimum requirement of 15 kilometers patrolling, 10 miles a day, which is not too bad. Obviously, if they do have a problem, somebody gets run over by a buffalo or bitten by a snake, they hit the SOS button, and we can pick them up immediately on Earth Ranger, see exactly where they are in the bush, and we can get them casevaced immediately. That's quite a cool little program. So all of us, Martin, Richard, myself, our inReaches also feed into this system. So when we were having punctures, if we had a third puncture, we could send a message to Aaron and say, that was when I joked, Amazon Prime would order more tires. Say to see Golf Tango, that's my inReach there, GT. Okay, so then I'd send a message to Aaron and he would dispatch a vehicle with spare tires and come down and see us. So that's the one aspect. That's pretty cool, but this is the more important one, the smart device. It comes with a program that this is not real time. So every time they come back from patrol, they will bring their unit to Aaron. He'll download it. He'll get all the data. In these vast areas like this, when you say, well, how much game do you have? We don't know. That's the honest truth, is we can't give you an exact number. But we've been running this program now for 4 years, and we're starting to build up a database. Every time they see animals, herd a buffalo, you have to guesstimate the numbers, and you input it in, and it all feeds into a program that helps us understand more or less what we have. So he does a report every month on this. Each of our camps has that, and it just basically shows what they've got. It's quite comprehensive, so we'll shoot through all of that. Fish poachers that were caught, their details, all of that. It helps with their, stop there. So that is a poisoned water hole where they cut a specific type of bark and they chuck it in the water and it deoxygenates the water. There, that particular pool there, they're not chucking chemicals in. It's a little bush trick where and that'll kill the fish that are in there, and then you can eat the fish. Not good, but hard to police. Keep going down. Those are just deactivated snares. Go down to your graphs. So every month, how many patrols they've done, where they've patrolled. Those are the lines of where the guys, each unit's patrolled. So
They're doing that on foot, right?
Man, all on foot, yeah. They get dispatched by vehicle to a certain point and then picked up at a certain point. But from there, they will do a patrol for 10 days before they come back.
Sleep out in the bush.
Oh, yeah. The problem in the past is when you deployed your scouts, there was no accountability. You would send them on a 10-day patrol. You say, right, we'll drop you here and we fetch you there in 10 days' time. Nothing was stopping them going to the village. Stop there. drinking beer for 8 days, and then coming back on the 10th day and saying, well, you know, we didn't see anything this time. This time, now we've got accountability. So every time they see, this is a graph for buffaloes, those blue dots, each blue dot on the program, if you click on it, will correspond to a number. That number feeds into a database, and it helps us to understand exactly how many buffalo we have. What's the distribution of the buffalo? And we do it for all the species. Keep going down. All of your key species. Eland, etc. This is all done on a monthly basis. And to go a little bit further, so every trophy you've taken on the safari, we've taken a coordinate of that. That goes on the register book that you signed. The Parks HQ will put that into their database and make sure that you're utilizing as much of your concession as possible. You're not just cherry picking the core and you're trying to take 25 buffalo out of 50,000 acres when you've got 1 million acres to hunt. Wildebeest, etc.
So the shaded green in there, is that the area where they've been patrolling? Or?
Those are what we call our intensive protection zones. Okay. Those are core areas of which the village falls under. Obviously that one little village that we've got in this area, that falls under the IPZ, and obviously those are areas that we have to concentrate more of our efforts on than we would typically. Ultimately, in the next year or two, as we find our feet and get a little bit better at this, the whole concession will become an IPZ. That's the ultimate thing. But it requires a lot of boots on the ground, basically.
Right. Because that whole R4 is 1 million acres, or?
Yes, a little over 1 million acres. Every year we do a 6-week ranger training refresher course just to get a little bit more discipline instilled and structure, basically.
So they armed?
We're waiting for licenses for the government from there. We have the arms, but we can't put them in play until we have the licenses. But what we're going to do now is, a lot of our scouts come from the local village. Obviously there's nepotism. Nobody wants to arrest family or friends. So we're going to start swapping scouts from this concession with the other concession and vice versa, and just see if we're getting a different, if there's much difference in results of what the guys are getting on the ground.
That's interesting too. You're looking out for their health. I see a note there.
Yeah.
Where you're recording what the ailments are during any given month.
Yeah. So that's stomach, diarrhea, case of leg pain, malaria during the winter months, not too bad, but during the summer months, malaria can be bad. So yeah, this is where it all happens here. I mean, this is the tusks of the elephant that you and I saw dead in the river. These will all be handed into Parks HQ and then logged in. This is natural deaths from long ago, sun bleached, as you can see. Yeah.
Snares.
A couple of snares and traps and bits and pieces. There's a whole bunch of them.
Fishing nets
as well.
So Grant, how does this compare with other folks that run?
I only know of 2 safari operators, certainly in Mozambique, that are running this. Ourself and Derek next door, who you met.
Yeah.
There may be others that are doing it unbeknown to me, but certainly in the reserve, it's only us 2. Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
It's very impressive.
So,
That's
thank
great.
you.
Plus, I figured out this is where the best Wi-Fi is.
It does need to be pretty good, yeah. Right, thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well done.
Off to the skinning shed to see who wins the bet. So this is your guy's zebra that you shot this morning. Obviously, there's been a hell of a lot of meat on the safari with 3 vehicles and 5 buffaloes and everything. So we've given to the Parks HQ, we've given to the village, we've given to the staff, and now we're drying meat to carry us through the off-season, because obviously when we stop hunting, there's no protein to give to our rangers and our staff who we employ year-round. So this is stuff that will keep them going in the off-season. And you'll see in that little netted hut there, that's a whole lot of meat that's on the racks there drying, so the flies can't get at it. And they'll chuck it in this brine solution for the night, and then tomorrow they'll hang it up and just let it air dry, just like jerky, biltong.
Our meat for ration, we cut it over there. That side, the guys, they cut it into small strips. Then from there it comes to this small shed here, where we are using, we actually used like a net, for shed cloth, so that flies won't actually attack the meat. so it gets dry here. Then when it is actually semi-dry, we take it out as well. Then we put it there on top of the those ounces there for quick drying. From there, it goes to the stores in sacks.
This is, I mean, just look at this place. I mean, look at the scenery back here. I mean, this is unbelievable. We're having a spectacular sunset. I mean, this is as wild gets, but you combine the wildness, the authenticity of the hunt with the hospitality and the quality of the camp and the quality of the people and the whole team, frankly, that Grant runs here is just, I don't know how you beat it. I don't know how you beat it personally. It's a hunting experience, bar none.
I've absolutely fell in love with this place. We've only been in this particular block for 4 years. This block is located absolutely dead center in the reserve, so it's always been considered the jewel in the crown of the reserve, if you will. And it was the feeder block that fed all the other hunting blocks around in terms of game, and it's always been very game rich. So when we took it over, it was a complete blank slate. No camps, no roads, no everything. Which was daunting, but I mean, you got to do it the way you wanted to do it. But the buffalo hunting here is phenomenal. I mean, we don't hunt herds at all. There's good numbers of dagga boys and ancient, just really old bulls, as you would have seen throughout the course of the hunt. And it's just, yeah, it's a really cool place to hunt. Once you've hunted buffalo here, it becomes pretty anticlimactic hunting them anywhere else, certainly in my opinion, and I know I'm biased, but